happy to see you over there at your phone, probably. It's the franchise episode number 119.
Bingo.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, all right. Hey, I'm on fire tonight, gang. It's an after dark edition of the franchise on a Friday. I just got done seeing White Boy Rick, gang. It was great. And here we are. I'm Daniel Ehrenberg. Over there in New Jersey is the great Henry Papali, one of the best hosts of the franchise, I'd say.
Oh, thanks for
Certainly
that
in the
compliment.
top
I
two.
appreciate that. I appreciate. Yeah, no argument here.
Mm-hmm.
Nice to be here, everybody. Hope everybody had a lovely week.
Hey, we're going to talk more about the Harry Potter movies.
Yeah, we
Boy,
sure are.
I got to tell you, these are starting to feel long.
I mean, they are long, but they were starting to feel long at the beginning. But I got more to say about that a little bit later on.
We're going to talk about Order of the Phoenix and the Half-Blood Prince. I
Right.
got around halfway through Half-Blood Prince, and this is through no fault of the movie, really. I just hit a Harry Potter wall.
Ooh, really?
Yeah. We'll talk more about it, but we have a guest this week.
We do.
Yep, he's a podcasting legend. He was the host of The Tribe, the first show that ever invited me on as a guest. And he is, he's always around. He's on podcasts. He's a Real Weird Sister resident movie expert. And his name, very similar to a certain tool bag piece of shit. Here he is, gang. Tim Allen.
Tool bag piece of shit.
Yeah, Tim Allen.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's not like all through junior high, people didn't walk up to me and say, "I don't think so, Tim," or Wilson or Al Borland or whatever.
Get out of here. If I knew you in high school, dude, I'd just come right up to you, sidle up behind you, put my head right next to your ear and go,
Yeah. That's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Thanks for having me, guys.
Tim. Shut up, Tim, the legend.
Sorry.
He's no, this is your name. You're mentioned, I think, once an episode on this show. You're always in correspondence at the end.
Oh, I just figured that was the segment where you guys talk about things I tweeted.
It's kind of become that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for having me, and I got to say, long time coming. I have canceled on you guys 3 times.
Can we talk about it? All right.
Yeah, sure.
Listen, Tim, I got to say, Henry is your worst enemy. And I was for a while there, too. Now, I've been inviting Tim on since the very early days of the franchise. He was set to be our first guest. All right?
Is that right? The first
Our
one?
first ever guest. In
Very
fact,
true.
I asked him, what franchise do you want to cover? And he chose Superman, Henry. And we decided to cover Superman specifically to have Tim on. And then he never came on. And we were just stuck talking about Superman for 4 weeks.
I think we were also going to at one point we were planning on a one-off of Wall Street.
Was that me?
That wasn't Tim.
Oh, I thought it was.
No.
There's another one, though. A couple
Yeah,
other.
no, back
Flintstones?
in February, we were supposed to talk Flintstones with Tim.
Right.
That would have been good.
Yeah.
I still want to cover the Flintstones. I'm very fascinated by Brian Levin's career. No joke.
Yeah.
Well,
Go on.
I did want to apologize for 2 of the 3 times I canceled on you, just because I had personal, basically a mental breakdowns revolving around.
Please talk about that in great detail.
Great detail. Podcasting. I was on a lot of podcasts, and it became a time-consuming aspect of my life, and it like led me to have anxiety, and I had to pretty much quit podcasting. And I always said there's only 2 podcasts I'm willing to go back on, and it's the Real Weird Sisters and the franchise.
Wow.
How about that, Henry?
That's pretty nice.
It's got to make up for a little bit of it.
Stop it. Everything, yeah.
Through it all, I am still a huge super fan or fan of the franchise. Even after the week when you guys read a tweet that was an obvious joke, and you both called me an asshole because you were feeling like I was dictating how you could experience movies or something.
Listen, I always know you're joking, and so when I know something's going to set Henry off, I like to read it on the show as though it's serious. For instance, Henry. Henry, I received a tweet today from Madison Apitz at Mrs. Apitz on Twitter. She says, "Is Lord Awesome the worst band name of all time?"
Top 5.
We can have Aaron on to help me defend that.
Well, he'll be on soon.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
How do you feel about that?
Hey,
Are you fuming right now?
No, I'm too tired to fume. It's all right.
You're running on fumes.
I'm running on fumes, yeah. No, hey, man, I know. I get it. I remember when we first met and I told you my band's name and you thought we were like a fucking Spinal Tap group.
Yeah.
Yeah. Understandably so.
I thought, surely you must be joking.
Right. Yeah. Well, now that's ironic because I just had like 2 days ago somebody tell me that they loved that band name.
I think in hindsight, it is a great band name. Like
in hindsight,
because like knowing that you're like, because at the time you were like a serious band. Now it's just sort of like, remember Henry's band? They were called Lord Awesome, right? That's hilarious.
I guess. Yeah, I never thought of it like that. Yeah.
There you go.
I'm happy with the name, but when Aaron comes on, we can maybe give the etymology of the name.
I'd love to hear it.
Yeah.
It has to do with bowling. I remember that.
It does. And Mrs. Apitz will hear about it too then.
Tim, what is the highest score you've ever bowled?
Well, definitely 215, I believe.
Holy
217.
Shit, that's way high.
Wow.
Yeah. I was like in a junior high or whatever, and so yeah.
Listen, guys.
Lord Awesome has to do with bowling. I mean, I like I said, I'm a big fan of the show, but I might just like hit the 15-second skip on when you guys are gonna break down the band title.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. I don't care.
Skip it up, baby.
Hey, I did want to say about canceling on you guys 3 times. I did want to defend the first time I canceled on you guys and say that was not my fault. I was not going through a mental breakdown. What happened was Daniel said, "Yeah, come on the show. We'll do Superman." I'm like, "Okay, great." And then never spoke to me again. And and then he messaged like, "Hey, we're recording. Where are you?" And I'm just like, I have no idea this was gonna happen.
Listen. He was our first ever guest. I didn't know how to book people yet.
Yeah, because when you said that, I was a little bit confused because I remember it was gonna be our first superhero coverage, and I specifically remember the conversation with you, Dan, and you kind of left it up to me. And then I just kind of said, well, it's sort of all cinematically started with Superman, so why don't we go that route? I didn't know that Tim had picked it.
No. I think this is also been conflated in Daniel's mind because I would never pick Superman. I'm not even a big fan of Superman.
You said pick a superhero.
Sure, maybe I said that, but I didn't know what was happening.
Oh my God.
You didn't confirm even the exact date or episode to do with me.
This was pre-sobriety, gang. I was out of my mind. Come on.
Well, I mean, yeah, I didn't feel bad. So, of course, I signed up to do whatever the next one was, which I don't even remember. But I know that was the first time I had to cancel. And then I thought, like, oh, yeah, I could be on podcasts again. And then I had another, like, bout. And, yeah. So, for a while, I thought maybe it was just your show that was, like, pushing me to the edge. But,
Tim, I can relate to you on that point. So, fine.
It's true. I've heard it happen.
So I'm very sorry, Henry, that you hate me, but I like appreciate you very much.
I don't hate you, Tim. Dan likes to have views. I don't hate you. I don't even know you, man.
Well, let's get to know each other through talking about Harry Potter. How about that?
Yeah.
All right. So, shall we talk about the Order of the Phoenix?
Let's do it.
All right.
Yeah.
Listen, it's the 5th Harry Potter movie. It's based on the longest Harry Potter book, one of my faves, probably second favorite book, okay? And it's a big turning point in the series because we have a new director who's going to be with us all the way through the rest.
Yeah.
All right?
Now, Tim, I don't know. Have you read the books, Tim?
Oh yeah.
I figured.
I read the books. I got into it about the time Goblet of Fire came out, and that's when like the buzz got really big.
Yeah,
so
that was me too.
Yeah, and then I was like midnight release, reader. But then also I was like at that age where I was too old anyway to go to the midnight release stuff. So I realized like, oh, if you just went the next day, you could get the book, and there's a million Harry Potter books.
Right.
So
I went to 2 midnight releases, okay? The last 2 books. The first time, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, I dragged my friends Nathaniel and Omar, the former guest Nathaniel, and Omar had found out that at the end of the book, he found out that Snape kills Dumbledore. And so he just like, I dragged him to this fucking midnight thing, and I was like excited to read the book, and this drunk piece of shit was just like running around the parking lot of this bookstore yelling at children, "Snape kills Dumbledore."
Oh my God.
It was a horrible experience. Then Deathly Hallows comes out. I'm working at Barnes & Noble. They have me working the cash register at the midnight release. And that was very exciting. I picked up a book, started reading it that night. I remember the next day reading the book outside on my lunch break. Rick Ocasek from the Cars passed me by on the street, and we made eye contact, and he gave me this look like, fucking pussy.
Oh.
It was just what you needed, huh?
Yeah, but it was still enjoyable both times.
Yeah, that was a joke, but that's all right.
Oh, Just What I Needed. That's a song by the Cars.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
They keep making fun of me. I might be fucking my best friend's girl later. Talk about you, buddy. All right.
I don't get that joke.
Listen, can we talk about the movie?
I'm a Hufflepuff, by the way.
What's that?
A Hufflepuff?
Yeah.
That's one of the houses.
No, I know, but what is it? What do you guys do?
A badger? Oh yeah, we're we'll take the rest. Cedric Diggory was a Hufflepuff, I guess.
He?
It's like, yeah, he's like.
That's crazy. I don't buy that. He's a Gryffindor.
No. He was a Hufflepuff because he got killed.
They said that in the movie, Dan.
Yeah. Yeah, in the books they got all. Yeah, they can find stuff and they're loyal and they're friendly and they like animals and stuff. So I pretty much say I'm a Hufflepuff because I'm dumb. So that's like been a bit of mine.
I don't know if you're a Hufflepuff. I guess Hufflepuffs, they're prone to panic attacks. I don't know.
The sisters don't think I'm a Hufflepuff.
What do they think you are?
They think I'm a Slytherin.
No,
because
I'm
also
mean-spirited.
Kind of am.
All right. Well, we'll find out more.
Let's just wait.
Yeah. All right. Order of the Phoenix, new director. It's David Yates. He's going to stick with us for a while now, all the way to the present day. And,
Yeah.
Henry, you know much about this guy?
I mean, I looked him up, but there wasn't much for me to know. I mean, he'd done a lot of stuff, but nothing I had ever seen or experienced. So,
He was an
yeah.
indie guy, made a lot of short films, won some BAFTAs. He's probably best known for directing the British TV version of State of Play.
That's right.
Yeah. You
I
didn't
saw
see that?
no, but I saw the American movie.
Oh, what a Philistine.
Yeah.
If it doesn't have Ben Affleck in it, I guess you won't be going to see it, huh?
Yeah, not interested.
Hey, how about that Henry Cavill, no longer Superman news?
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
What happened there?
He dropped out. He's like, I'm out. No more DC.
Is there DC anyway? Like, oh, I guess there is, right?
What are you
Aquaman,
talking about?
Wonder Woman
Aquaman,
2.
I saw the trailer today. Still looks great. And
I bet.
Wonder Woman 1984 is coming out soon. There's
Okay.
still Todd Phillips' Joker. There's
Oh, that's not part of it, though, right?
yeah, I guess that's separate. Suicide Squad 2, I think, is still in development.
Oh, good.
Yeah, very good. Yeah,
All
so
the-
many unanswered questions. Just as long as Killer Croc and Captain Boomerang's actors don't drop out, I'll be happy.
Now, who are they? Scott Eastwood and an alligator, right?
It's Adebisi from Oz. What's that guy's name?
Adewale Akinoye Agbaje?
Yeah, that's it.
Wow.
yeah. That's right.
Wow.
Mr. Echo from Lost, if you prefer. All right.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's more topical, I guess.
Well, I mean, even Lost is at this point like old hat. No one talks about it anymore.
Speaking of hats, Adebisi wore that little hat. That was cool.
Yeah, very nice. That little string. All right.
Oz is a very popular series among your listeners.
I think so. It's not a lot of people have watched it, I guess. J.K. Simmons shit on a guy's face in it.
No, you're incorrect. Someone
Did he
shit on
shit?
J.K.
So, you're right.
Yep.
Sorry. All right. So if you ever wanted to see J. Jonah Jameson with shit all over his face,
Don't you mean Detective Gordon or Commissioner Gordon?
is he?
That's right.
Is he Gordon in DCU?
Yeah. He
Justice
is.
League, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
Justice League, the worst superhero movie. Tim, I challenge you to name a worst superhero movie.
Well, I mean, Elektra,
Nope.
Catwoman,
Nope.
Superman 4, The Quest for Peace.
No, you're not going to come up with one. All right. So I'll tell you what else. Order of the Phoenix, we have a new writer for the only time in this franchise. Steve Kloves took some time off.
Yeah.
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 So Michael Goldenberg is our new director, a Jew. And he
Knew that was coming.
he is, he got his start as an auteur, Henry.
Oh,
was,
really?
Yeah, he was a writer-director. He was behind the classic Christian Slater, Mary Elizabeth Mary Stuart Masterson rom-com Bed of Roses,
Oh, I see that here.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
which I watched a couple months ago on the internet.
I'm sure that you did. How was that?
I found it to be likable. Pamela Adlon was like her not as pretty best friend.
Really?
Yeah, and Josh Brolin was her boyfriend until she left him for Slater.
Interesting.
How about that? Some
Wow.
early performances. He went on to write Contact, and he's got a writing credit on the Green Lantern movie, which is
Oh, that one's worse than
no,
Justice
that's
League.
better than Justice League.
It doesn't matter what you say, Tim, because Dan has just
That's not true. I give it thought. I give it thought every time.
I feel like this is a meme of yours now, Justice League, because you know as well as I do it's not the worst one ever made.
It's the worst superhero movie ever made.
Okay.
Yeah.
Billy Zane's The Phantom.
Henry.
That's better by a lot, I think.
Oh, wait, what about The Shadow with Alec Baldwin?
No, that's totally better. All right.
All right.
Also felt really weird to hear Henry say the word meme.
Yeah, you don't really talk in internet, do you?
No, I don't understand most of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Order of the Phoenix, it came out July 11th, 2007. Right there in the heart of 2007. The great year of our Lord. Budget of $150. Box office of $939.9 million. Now, in looking for a new director, offers went out to a few people, all right? I have a list here of 4 directors who turned down the offer before they went to the State of Play guy.
I think I know 2 of them.
All right, who do you think?
Didn't they re-offer a shot to Terry Gilliam?
There are rumors that happened, but he said that you missed your chance in the first place. But but here's the 4 I have. There's Jean-Pierre Jeunet. All right.
Is that the Amelie guy?
Yeah, a.k.a. the Alien Resurrection guy.
Right.
There's Guillermo del Toro. They keep offering him.
Right.
They're like, listen, we need some crazy creatures in these movies, dude.
Yeah.
Matthew Vaughn got an offer.
Huh.
Yeah, fresh off a layer cake at the time. And Mira Nair, who would have been an out-of-the-box choice. She had recently directed The Namesake, I believe.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would have been a very decorative movie.
The Namesake is not that decorative. What are you thinking of?
The Namesake with beautiful tapestries and scenery, no? Isn't that the Indian film?
It is Indian, but I always remember, I don't remember it that well. I just remembered there's a scene where Kal Penn wakes up in his bedroom and he's listening to Pearl Jam.
You saw The Namesake?
In theaters.
Wow.
In fact, I may have snuck into The Namesake after going to see Pan's Labyrinth.
Look at that.
Yeah.
2 winners in a row.
Namesake's better. I got news for you. All
I
right.
believe you.
We got this movie came in at number 5 at the box office. Number 4 was Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. Number 3 was Transformers. Number 2 was Shrek the Third, a movie Tim knows quite a bit about. Oh my God, that's gonna be on your fucking list, isn't it?
I'm a Shrekspert. If you don't know this, and a Shrekophile, but I would have to say, Shrek the Third is the worst Shrek. Yeah, it's even worse than Puss in Boots. So
I remember hating it, but not thinking it was worse than Shrek 2.
Shrek 2 is the best one. You're dumb.
Listen, I haven't seen it since theaters, man. Don't call me dumb. Number 1 that year was Spider-Man 3. Let's do our 2007 lists here.
Let's do it.
Spider-Man 3 is better than Justice League. Sorry,
Spider-Man 3 is better than Justice League by a lot, I would say. Spider-Man 3 is a touch underrated, I think.
No.
Come on.
The whole Venom thing.
The Venom thing sucks, but that scene where he's dancing is great, and I like when he's being emo to everybody. And Sandman's got a nice little arc.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah,
I forgot Sandman was in that.
Yeah, Thomas Hayden Church. Thomas Hayden Church. He was like, "Hey, you guys hear me on Wings?"
New impression.
That's hey, can I get a glass of cab? My friend is gonna sniff it a little bit.
Oh, hey Daniel, can you do a scene from Sideways?
Oh, with Paul Giamatti as well?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Hey, I met this moon-faced Asian woman. You want to take a look at her? I'm the drunkest piece of shit right now. I don't even know. All right, that's a scene from Sideways.
That was well done.
Thank you.
That was about 40 minutes into it, I think.
yeah.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
I only saw that movie once. I can't,
Really?
Yeah, I don't remember that much about it except that I loved it.
It's great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. 2007. Tim, why don't you start us off with a number 10?
No honorable mentions.
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
Fine, honorable mentions.
But geez, okay. Well, I was going to say Blades of Glory in the Simpsons movie. And of course, the movie that gets mentioned a lot on this show is Mr. Megorian's Wonder Emporium.
Sure, Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium.
That's a real honorable mention for you?
No, you guys talk about it a lot.
Right, we do.
Well, that's what I think of Dustin Hoffman as these days.
Right.
Like when I see a trailer for a movie with Dustin Hoffman, I'm either it's Mr. Megorium, or my first thought is Last Chance, Harvey.
Right.
I've seen that movie twice. Mr.
With
Megorium.
the kids.
Yeah, probably.
How many kids do you have at this stage? Every time I see you on Facebook, you've got like a load of cute kids and like an attractive wife hanging around there.
Thank you. Yeah,
Sure.
two. I have 3 children. I have a 7-year-old, 2-year-old, and a 8-month-old. And I got a vasectomy last week, so
Yeah.
that's it.
Well, good for you.
What made
Congratulations
that
on the
choice?
vasectomy.
Was
I
number
had-
3 an accident?
No, yeah, 100%. Yeah,
So it was like, yo, if I gotta get one of these babies if I want to keep duking in my wife.
yeah, exactly. We were using protection and it failed.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Would
Yeah.
it rip around like you pulled out and it was like around the base?
Oh no!
That's always a horrible feeling.
I was like blackout drunk, so something happened, but I don't know what.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Yeah.
Another reason for me to stay sober.
Yeah, very, very. I recommend highly. So, vasectomy. There's a lot of good stories there for getting a vasectomy. Do you know you're awake the whole time?
Holy shit! No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
They give you a local, I would assume.
Yeah, you get a local, and the guy didn't give me enough, so I felt when he was cauterizing the wound, so he had to give me more. That was the best part.
What do you
of
mean?
the
Like
whole
when
thing.
your dick is like being burned together?
Yeah, like they cut the vas deferens, which is the
Yeah.
tubes that go from your balls to your, like I don't know, the other tube in your dick, so it, like the cum comes out of the hole.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they chopped that bad boy in half. So like, do you know where the sperm goes? Now
Wait.
that it.
Out of you, it still comes out of your urethra, right?
No, I got no more sperm in my ejaculate.
yeah,
or in my
right.
semen.
You still come, but there's no little fishies in there.
Yeah. There's no sperm. I have semen, no sperm.
Okay, so where's the
like-
sperm
it's
go
like-
now?
It's like the Coke Zero of cum.
I prefer Coke Zero, so I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Your body reabsorbs the sperm.
As what?
Protein? I don't know. It goes back even. It's like I'm like recycling, I guess.
All right. Well, recycling is good.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, you didn't want to know that, Henry?
No, it's fucking great. It's
I enjoyed
really
that
wonderful.
combo.
Yeah, I got it a week ago, and my nuts are still black and blue. So,
Ooh.
yeah.
I bet it feels
3,
all right when you touch them, though.
3 out of 5 right now.
3 out of 5. What does that mean?
Yeah. For my nuts, for the that's how I'm rating the vasectomy.
Oh,
right
okay,
now.
okay. Got it.
Mhm.
Got it. I thought you meant like 3 of your 5 balls were like.
No. I only got 2, bro.
Okay.
I'll send you a picture later. Okay.
I'd appreciate it. What's your number 10 movie of 2007? God, it's a Harry Potter podcast.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
The
All right.
Mist.
The Mist. What a great film it is. Henry.
Very good. Have you seen the dumb color version?
Wait, what?
I
the
know
black-
what he means. I know what he means. Yeah.
Wait, are you saying you prefer the black and white version?
Hell yeah.
Well, as it was originally intended? No, fuck that. I watched it once, went back to color, baby.
I'd take it either way. It's fine.
Are you like
it's
one of these
cool.
people that's like, I like Logan in black and white?
No, I don't like Logan.
What?
The last act of Logan is a real piece of shit. Really
Wow.
falls apart. It becomes like any ordinary X-Men movie
Dude,
on the
I
last.
don't
third.
even disagree with that, but it's still
But,
like better than your average bear.
Sure, yeah, it's better than the Wolverine, the one before it, for sure. Yeah, I guess it's better than all the other Wolverine movies.
Yeah.
So that's not saying a lot.
Yeah. All right. Wait, my number 10, Henry.
I had some honorable mentions, but we can skip
go
it.
ahead.
No, let's skip it. Number 10, Knocked Up.
Right. Okay. My number 10 is the assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford.
Yes.
Tim.
Hot Fuzz.
Number 9, Hot Fuzz. That was an honorable mention for me. Henry.
Number 9, Sunshine.
Yeah, all right. My number 9 is Gone Baby Gone. Tim.
The assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford.
Say the number before the title, for God's sake, Tim. All right. That's number 8 for Tim. Now, Henry.
Number 8, Michael Clayton.
Man, it always bothers me because 2007 is such a great year, and you're
Hey,
like
man,
wasting slots.
Because I flipped them around, I have 7 honorable mentions, which I didn't have time to list because of the testicular conversation.
That was all gold, Henry.
I know, I'm aware of that.
You got to keep that.
Gold nuggets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, go ahead, Tim. You're up.
No, I'm up.
No, you're up. Yeah.
My number 8's Grindhouse.
Ugh.
I wouldn't put that in my. But okay.
Henry, when I first put that on the list, you loved that choice. You're just trying to get back at me now.
No, I'll have plenty of chances to do that. Don't worry. I liked that choice. I like the Grindhouse is on there. Go ahead,
Tim.
Number 7.
What's number 7? Thank you.
The only good part of Grindhouse are the movie trailers. Number 7, Superbad.
Yeah, it's great. I had to knock it off.
Yeah, it's an honorable mention for me.
All right, Henry, 7.
Before the Devil Knows You're Dead.
Yep, my number 7 is No Country for Old Men.
Number 6, Walk Hard.
Yeah, full title, please.
The Legend of Dewey Cox.
No, you're thinking of Anchorman. No, there's just a Dewey Cox story, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Henry, that's a great movie, by the way.
It is.
Number 6.
Rescue Dawn.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's a good pick.
Haven't seen it.
My number 6 is I'm Not There.
All right.
All right.
Should we do heavy hitters?
Yes, please.
Of course, yes. Full heavy hitters.
Tim's a big proponent of heavy hitters.
No, I hate the abbreviated version. Don't ever play that one again.
Interesting. All right, here we go. Hold on. It's getting there. It's getting there.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
Heavy hitters. These are the grand slams, the slap shots, the three-pointers, the touchdowns, the curling when the puck gets close to the circle. These are the heavy hitters of the franchise. Heavy hitters.
Ooh, number 5.
It's better in person, I gotta say. It's better than...
It's powerful, right?
Yes, I love it.
Wow, interesting. Thank
love
you.
it.
Thank you.
Yes. I love one of my favorite episodes is when you played it 4 times in one episode.
That was a classic. Mm-hmm.
Number 5, Sunshine.
Man, really?
I am stunned.
Oh, worthless.
Well, I kind of thought that was one of those movies that was rather idiosyncratic to my tastes. I know a few friends who like it a lot, but I guess it's not surprising because when I said it, you didn't exhale or anything. So.
No,
but,
I like that one, even though like the third act has problems, but I feel like it gets really 2001-y.
Oh, that movie, you're okay with the third act problems? Noted.
Yeah.
So that kind of waxes and wanes with your taste.
Well, yes, exactly.
Third act.
All right, Henry, number 5.
The Savages.
Ooh, I like that pick.
Thank you.
My number 5 is Once.
I won't say anything. I didn't see
Yeah,
it.
because you've never seen it. All right, Tim, number 4.
Number 4, Knocked Up.
Yep, it's a classic.
Yeah, I got a lot of comedies on this list.
That's fine. 2007 was a strong comedy year. It was the Apatow Renaissance.
It's true.
Mhm.
My number 4 is the assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford.
Ooh, very high, and I'm okay with it. My number 4 is The Mist color version.
Honorable
Number-
mention.
Number 3, Once, which is a excellent.
Ooh. I love it. Does it make you cry?
Yeah, heck yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Beautiful song.
Gorgeous. I mean, their relationship, everything about it. I love the low res fucking handheld camera work in that movie. Very good. Henry,
Yeah.
what's your number?
No Country for Old Men.
All right, I'm not. My number 3 is Knocked Up.
Number 2, Michael Clayton.
Oh,
Whoa!
I love that film.
Surprising me twice, man. Yeah. Michael Clayton's a great movie.
you able to stay awake through that, baby?
Dude, I've seen that movie like 15 times. I
Me
love
too.
that film.
Yeah. And you don't have any problems with the third act, right?
No, I love the third act.
No problems with the part where he stops on the street and looks at a horse for 5 minutes.
I was just gonna say that's the only part I hate is when he looks at a horse because I hate horses.
Oh,
Hate horses.
interesting.
Yep.
Huh.
Not a fan of the Western genre.
Not really. Not really my
So
favorite.
310 to Yuma wouldn't have been on this year for you, Tim.
Haven't seen 310. So
that's
spoiler for my number 1. But
in my HMs.
You might not like it, man. It's a James Mangold joint.
All right. Dan, number 2. What was it?
What's your number 2, Henry?
Oh, is it main number? Yeah,
Yeah.
Sorry. Zodiac.
Oh, that's my number 2 also. All right. Tim.
I bet we all have the same number 1.
Oh,
but,
is that what's gonna happen? Zodiac's not on your list? Oh, you're not a Fincher fan, I guess.
I like Fincher. No, I saw Zodiac. I don't know. I wasn't into it when I saw it.
Wow.
So it would probably be on an honorable mention, but not enough to make my top 10. Sorry, guys. But hey, can I guess one of your honorable mentions, Henry?
You sure?
Mr. Brooks, starring Kevin Costner.
I knew that joke was coming.
I
good.
didn't. I enjoyed
I did.
it.
Yeah, I
Hey,
figured.
is that
I was
that
waiting.
movie where he's just an assassin and his sidekick is Ashton Kutcher?
No, it's not Ashton Kutcher. It's Dane Cook.
Oh, it's Dane Cook. That's even better.
That's
Henry,
good
did
stuff,
you see
man.
that movie?
No, I did not.
Oh,
Really? You
come
skipped
on.
that one?
No, I was watching Dances with Wolves on a repeat.
That is long. It would be tough to get through.
I couldn't get through it.
I understand. Once you see perfection, you would never want to go back or forward. Just
That's
stick
right.
with what you love.
That's right. Shrek 2. Yeah.
It's not on my list. It's the best Shrek.
I just
It's-
looked up the
I like-
director of Mr. Brooks. He's only directed one other movie.
Hey guys, I just to make it clear, I like Goodfellas way better than Shrek 2.
Okay. I just want to say the other movie by the Mr. Brooks guy is Cuffs. I love that movie. All right. Guys.
Our number 1 movie at the same time.
Right, yeah.
Number 1 all at the same time. 1, 2, 3.
There Will Be Blood.
There Will
All
Be Blood.
Yeah. Okay. What a movie it is.
Best movie.
Best movie of the decade.
Contender.
Let's talk about The Order of the Phoenix, guys.
Shall we?
I appreciated the relative, breftness of this
Brevity?
film. Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
My Lord.
God. Oh, we need to record it earlier. All right. I saw 3 movies today, and then I came home and watched Big Brother. I'm dead.
Very tough day for you.
Yeah. So it's this was the book that I liked because it's really adult. In the book, it's implied heavily that Dudley's smoking weed with his friends at the beginning, which I appreciate. It's implied heavily that Ron is getting BJs in empty classrooms by Lavender Brown at one point. And
Wait, that's the next movie.
what?
Lavender Brown's in Half-Blood Prince.
Fuck, man. Half-Blood Prince. Is Dudley in Order of the Phoenix?
Yeah, that's where he gets attacked by the Dementors
Right.
in the park.
I'm conflating movies. All right. So he's all like decked out. He looks like he's listening to The Streets or something. And some Dementors show up, and shit's dark, gang. So we go to meet the Order of the Phoenix pretty quickly, and this is a group of fellas, and it's sort of like an all-star team. It's like Hunger Games Catching Fire. All right?
Yeah, it kind of is. You got everybody in there, right?
Yeah, Snape's there. Lupin's hanging around. You got Sirius Black. There's
Mad-Eye Moody.
Mad-Eye Moody's there. You know what's weird about Mad-Eye Moody? They spent so much time developing Harry's relationship with Mad-Eye Moody in the fourth one, but then, like, it's not the same character.
Oh, you meaning like literally? It's
Yeah,
not the same
like
character.
Harry
right.
has
I thought of that
scenes
too.
with Mad-Eye Moody in the fifth one where they're like tight, but they're not.
Right.
They shouldn't be.
Did you guys notice that when they're like flying away on the brooms, Mad-Eye Moody's in a recumbent broom? Like everyone else is like riding on like what you would picture normal like
That's
Quidditch
true.
riding.
But he's
and
not leaning. He's not leaning forward.
Yeah, he's like a recumbent bicyclist. It's crazy.
Yeah, true.
Did you
He's
notice
got like
that?
the Harley Davidson of brooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know Lupin? He's on a Roomba. All right. all right. Listen,
Should
We
make
got-
an edit point and let's pick up. Okay.
it's all staying in. I will say new characters. Nymphadora Tonks. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Recognized her from my time watching Game of Thrones.
Ah, there you go.
Oh God! I recognized her as the angry teen from Hugh
About a
Grant's
Boy.
About a Boy. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
About the boy's great.
Yeah. Really good.
Never saw it.
That's
Yep,
worth
the
watching.
Beast. Yeah, it's all about the Beast from X-Men First Class and like how he doesn't want his mom to commit suicide.
Interesting.
It's true, Hank. But in all seriousness, it's the second, Nick Hornby adaptation after American Nick Hornby adaptation after
Right.
High Fidelity,
Fidelity,
and
yeah.
it has a similar vibe. You might be into it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
What? So Tonks, and then there's Kingsley Shacklebolt. All right, and is he like the only black guy in Harry Potter history?
Well, there's Dean Thomas and then Lee Jordan.
Right.
Dean Thomas dates Ginny in Half-Blood Prince, and Lee Jordan is the announcer for Quidditch. And,
Right, Lee Jordan went on to be what is his name on Community? You know what I'm talking about? The kid who played Lee Jordan ended up on Community.
For real?
Yeah, he's the guy that says "pop, pop."
No, dude, no.
Yes.
For real?
Yeah, I'm not joking.
Yeah. What is that guy? Pop. That he's got like
I'm looking
yeah.
up. His name is
Fuck,
Magnitude.
Magnitude. That's
Yeah.
Pop. No,
Yeah,
okay.
that's Lee Jordan.
Yeah.
and
Well, and Dean Thomas went on to be in How to Get Away with Murder.
that's right. But they killed him off like a season
Oh,
or two ago.
spoiler,
Yeah,
man! That's
sorry.
like a huge spoiler. That's like a season-ending, like groundbreaking spoiler.
Yeah,
That show's
I know.
really good. That's like one of the good. Well, I know you like
That
all
show
the
is not
genres.
really good.
You like Grey's Anatomy, and you
Grey's
don't like How to
Anatomy's
Get
like
Away with Murder.
way better. How to Get Away with Murder is like poor man's Grey's Anatomy because like Shonda Rhimes isn't even writing on that show; she's just producing.
Sure, whatever.
All right, How to Get Away with Murder. I watched the first season and I was
Cool.
like, I'm good to go.
Yeah. Let's keep Henry awake so we can. I don't want to bore Henry with Shonda Rhimes.
Hey, what's up? Hey.
So so we've done the list of the three
Thank you,
black
Tim.
characters in Harry Potter history.
Yo,
There's some black extras. For
I
sure.
love that
Oh,
J.K.
God.
Rowling. J.K. Rowling now is like this big like defender of like the marginalized, and like there's no anything. Everyone's straight and white in this series. Like at the last second, like after the last book came out, she was like, "By the way, Dumbledore's gay." I don't buy that for a second.
I remember that. When did she like say that? That was like a big announcement or some shit, right?
Around the time the 7th book or movie was coming out.
Okay.
It was right after the it was like probably 6 months after the 7th book was released, so there
Got
wouldn't be any backlash against the the people not buying it because of
I know.
to say there are undertones is so not even there. There's like the minorest hint. Like you have to read into the subtext of subtext in order to find out.
Yeah,
or,
no,
like,
it's like on Buffy and Angel. Like it's implied like Angel and Spike probably fucked at some point, but like you have to really watch the show.
I was thinking the same thing.
I know,
Yep.
right? So, but it's like the least diverse series in like book history, and like there's more gay people in Shakespeare than in Harry Potter, and all of a sudden she has the gall to come out and say like, by the way, like there were a lot of trans people on Ravenclaw, just in the margins, whatever.
Her money was making her feel guilty.
Yeah. Hermione. All right. Stop groaning at my every joke, Tim.
Just the bad ones.
My bread and butter is Henry laughing at my bad jokes. That makes other people think they're funny.
Yeah. Tim's kind of taking the seat, so it's all right.
No, Henry, you need to step it up, all right? I feel like I'm
Right.
running this thing myself.
Nah, we got Tim Allen here, man. He's full of all kinds of improvement.
Yeah,
There you go.
I'll be the last man standing. That's for
There
sure.
you go.
Oh, I can't wait for the new season of that show. There were so many loose ends.
All right, well, I'll jump in. I have a tendency with these movies as well to conflate some of the events in them, but I'll just say right here, I thought this was an excellent installment. I really liked it.
I enjoyed it too, and I think we alluded to this last week that David Yates kind of is a good marriage of the trying to be ridiculously faithful, but also having an actual style.
Yeah,
I one of the things I really appreciate about Order of the Phoenix is everything in the non-Hogwarts parts of the movie are really washed out, and there's like a really genuinely good use of handheld camera, which like there's not a single handheld camera for 4 movies.
I never thought of
And then
that.
it's all over this fucking movie.
Yeah.
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 When you think of the Harry Potter franchise, you have to think of it like almost like it's a life cycle of like 3 ages, and we are at it's fully matured Harry Potter. They've stuck with the director. They figured out the feel of what the wizarding world as it will become known as, what they want that to feel like, and it's gone on for these next 4 movies as well as the Fantastic Beast movies. That this is what the world looks like. This is going to be the color temperature that we stick with for all the for the world. Everything's going to be washed out. This is just how it feels, and this is like they're not going to wear the dumb robes all the time. We're actually going to let them wear clothes.
The washed out thing happens more in the 6th movie. And I think the color temperature, and the tone is more variable in the 5th one, which I actually really appreciate. I think after the 5th one, David Yates' style got you can interpret it as him figuring out what he wanted all along, but I think that it's a little samey for me. Like, you know, Half-Blood Prince is a beautiful movie. It was nominated for Best Cinematography at the Oscars, which is kind of insane. But I think it's like it gets a little bland at times.
Huh. Bland looking, or just the whole enterprise?
The feel of it, like there's no depth.
Oh, I didn't feel that way.
All right.
Yeah, I disagree too.
Okay. Well, we'll get there. We're still on Order of the Phoenix.
So how did you guys think of the adaptation of Umbridge? Is she close to what she's like in the books?
She's I mean, just looks wise and personality wise, I think that this is a great interpretation of the character. She's supposed to be more like fatter and like toad-like is how they describe her face the whole time, but she's like the perfect example of you know, like doing the wrong things for what she assumes is the right reason. And a lot of the time, Henry, a lot of the time, Harry Potter fans point to Umbridge as the worst villain of the series.
Really?
Yeah, because Voldemort is just evil, and she's like evil, but she's motivated because she thinks she's right, type of thing. So. Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
Interesting.
Voldemort does too, but I know what you mean. Like, I could have used a little bit more of that in the movie, to be honest. Like, Umbridge really is fucked up. In the book, there's that one sequence in the movie where she like has Harry like carve that sentence into his arm.
I will not tell lies.
That's rough.
But like she does that in the book over a period of like months, and like there's all these insane.
So she's just cruel. Yeah.
Yeah. Like the descriptions of it, it's like some fucking Sharp Object shit. Yeah.
Well, it feels like to me she came across like Voldemort. At least has kind of his own reasons, his own origin story, some ultimate aims. And I think it felt to me like Umbridge just sort of personified like everybody's worst nightmare of like your unfair teacher or your unfair boss who's just an asshole because they're in a position of power.
Yeah.
You know, she doesn't seem to have any other real motivation than just she's enjoying her title. And she's cruel.
In many ways, it's the character that Mark Metcalf plays at the beginning of Twisted Sister videos.
Yeah, and I think that the reason why Umbridge is such a powerful villain is she's the most realistic villain too. I mean, Voldemort is like he's like the emperor. Point. He's like the emperor from Star Wars.
He's just snake. Like, he's got a fucking snake nose.
Yeah. So it's.
You mean like she's like the most realistic in terms of like she exists everywhere in the real world that we inhabit.
You could have an Umbridge in your life. Whereas like, are you actually ever gonna? Are you actually going to run into a Voldemort in your lifetime, or maybe elect him as president? But
well, no, he's more frog-like, I'd say.
Nice, Tim. Nice work.
He's too dumb to be Umbridge, though.
Yeah, that's fair.
He's too dumb to be either villain.
He's like Grop.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Can we talk about Grop?
I have to say, I'm glad it's my LVP.
Oh, by a lot.
Mine too.
I was wondering at first when I was watching the movie because I was really having a good time and I liked the movie, and then I was thinking of an LVP kind of as an afterthought, and I was having trouble. And then I was like, "Wait, what the fuck am I talking about?" It's that fucking giant who I wrote down as, by the way, Gwarp.
Sure, this was a subplot I don't even remember liking in the book. Like this, it's not like this is a botched version of a classic. Like Grop was an idea that never worked for me, and in the movie, it's even worse because of the fucking garbage CGI. Yeah,
it's surprisingly bad CGI because at this point, I think we've pretty much got some sure footing on the CGI, in my opinion.
I mean, it doesn't look as good as Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium.
They do good CGI with other things. Like I don't find the house elf. Henry, do you know the name of the house elf in this movie?
I believe the house elf. Oh, in this movie.
Yeah. I know how much you love Dobby. Did you love the house elf in this one? Big Dobby
fan. He's not in it very much, but I did catch his name, but I'm not remembering it right now.
Can I guess?
Sure. You read the books, though.
I know, but I don't remember it that well. Is it Creature?
There
Yeah,
you
it's
go.
Creature.
That
Okay.
sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah. And what's fun about Creature is they filmed the movie, and then J.K. Rowling saw it and was like, "Yo, you got to put Creature in this film. He's important."
Yeah.
And so they made her. They had to put him in. That's why.
Oh, really?
Like inconsequential to the plot because
Oh.
they added scenes to accommodate that character for some
Okay.
reason. No spoilers, Henry.
By
I know
the
you
way,
haven't-
until we just said creature out loud, I never realized what the play on words was there.
that because he's a creature.
Yeah.
So it's like C.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Wow.
All right.
Another good word. Some more good word play from
Yeah.
Rowling.
But yeah, I mean, in terms of
It's spelled with a K in the book.
yeah, that's
K-R.
why
Right,
it's confusing. So, yeah, they get that's how they get you. So,
Yeah.
Grop, I think. Can I say does he look worse than the fucking troll thing in the first movie?
Yeah, I
think
think
he
so because I
does.
think there's some practical aspect of that troll. He looks he's not as bad as when they make the human CG in like the first movie when like Neville goes on the broom flight and he falls off and
Oh
it becomes
yeah,
a
that is bad.
cartoon. Yeah, and Harry when Harry's on the troll he becomes like a hideously bad
But I
character.
think even
Oh.
that is more tolerable because you've been given a sense of what these characters are supposed to look like. Like Grop is a CGI creation,
Sure.
and it is fucking weird, man. Like it looks worse than Jar
Why-
Jar Binks.
why didn't they just do like they did in Infinity War and just make a like you're already doing like the perspective thing with Robbie Coltrane and making him bigger than he is compared to everyone else. Why not just make another person who's actually
Yeah.
giants? Like why not use an actual actor instead of a
I
CG
couldn't
character?
agree more. Have Robbie Coltrane do it in like different makeup and shit.
Yeah, just shave off his beard.
Yeah.
Shave off his beard.
They're supposed to be brothers. I've never met a pair of brothers where one looks like a dude and one looks like a cartoon.
He's like a melted version of Robbie Coltrane.
Yeah.
I feel like they got like the creature itself is worse looking. Gwar. I'm gonna call him Gwar.
Grop.
Gwar.
Sure.
Gwar.
I like
I
it.
don't wanna
If
call
it
him
was a character from Gwar,
Gwar. It'd be better. Yeah.
I'm gonna call him
Gwar.
Mudvayne.
Yeah. Gwar, I feel like looks better than the troll in the Chamber of Secrets, except the Chamber of Secrets did a worse job of like putting that character on behind a green screen. So every time that troll is walking around, it looks like he's not in the space. But Gwar does look like he's in the space, but he just looks worse. Like his expressions and everything are just not up to par at all.
Not up to par, gang. Hey, we have another big addition in this movie, new character, a personal fave of mine from the books, Luna Lovegood.
She's great.
Yeah, so
She is great.
Saoirse Ronan was considered for Luna Lovegood, but they gave it to this young unknown. What's her name? Ivana Lynch.
I don't know.
Ivana Lynch. I'm gonna go out on a limb right here and say she's my MVP of this baby.
I was gonna wait till the end because I was gonna decide mid-show. I have a tie, which I'll break, but she's in there, so I'll decide by the end of the episode. But she's up. She's there right now.
I wait
Yeah.
with bated
She's-
breath.
I know you do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
she's great. Not my MVP though. Like
I think she's.
I
super
love
charming.
her delivery is very funny. Like I don't know if that I don't know the character.
I
if
mean, that's the
character-
character. She's doing the
Yeah.
book perfectly.
she's
But-
perfect. She's
But
like
it's
one of the
really
most-
well done. I mean, she's
Yeah.
got this humor and this deadpan delivery that's like spacey yet very perceptive at the same time. I thought it was
and
very-
she
very cool.
manages to have chemistry with none other than Daniel Radcliffe.
Oh,
You have to give it up for this movie, number 5, Order of the Phoenix, because I think that the 3 new characters that we get in this film are super great. Like they're spot on what the characters are supposed to be in Luna, in Umbridge, and in Bellatrix.
I was going to say, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
interestingly, Bellatrix Lestrange, they originally cast a different actress,
Yeah.
Helen McCrory,
Yeah.
I know that name.
She's in Half-Blood
She's in the
Prince.
next one. Yeah, she's in the next one.
Oh.
But she had to
As
drop out of
Draco's
this one because she was pregs.
Should have got that vasectomy.
Yeah, totally. Should have gotten them tubes tied. So we replaced her with Helena Bonham Carter. She was at the height of fucking Tim Burton at this time, and boy, does she look it.
Yeah. Yeah, she probably just walked between sets of Sweeney Todd and this or anything else.
No costume changes needed.
None needed. Yeah. But she's awesome.
She's always awesome. We talked very
Yep.
highly about her in our Ocean's 8 episode, and
Always awesome.
yes,
Love her.
absolutely always.
Planet of the Apes.
Oh, like
Not
that
her
was
fault.
her fault. Come on.
Not her.
Okay.
What is her fault is that she made that movie, and on that movie of all projects, that's when she fell in love with Tim Burton.
I know. It was like she was talking to
That's
Tim Burton.
what's amazing.
It was like backstage. She was like, "So, what are you gonna do about that iconic ending?" And he was like, "I think I'm gonna put a monkey head on the Lincoln Memorial." And she was like, "Let's fuck."
Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln. Very good. Yeah.
It's a good movie.
Wahlberg. Hey, I saw a trailer for a new Mark Wahlberg movie today. From the director of Daddy's Home and Daddy's Home 2.
Nice.
Yeah. They adopt some kids, shenanigans ensue. There were like 3 shots where he's like playing catch with a kid and hits him in the head with a baseball.
Does he get actually mad? Because every time Wahlberg is in a comedy, anytime something happens to him that's self-effacing, I feel like in real life he's actually mad.
You know what I watched last night? That is,
You know?
Yeah, I do know.
He's like fucking pissed at Ted, the teddy bear.
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
making fun of him.
I can't watch a Wahlberg performance, if you call it, and if something like that happens, and he's not actually really upset. Yeah. Yeah.
I just see him like punching an actual teddy bear and like, upset. Just like, what do you fucking call me stupid?
Get the
Yeah,
fuck out of
right.
my face, Ted. Yeah. Let's
If
just
he
thank
was in an
God
Ocean's
Ted
11
is-
movie-
What? Go ahead.
If he was in an Ocean's 11 movie, he would be the one cast member who would not be having actual fun offset with the other guys. That's just what I picture. Like, they would all be joking, laughing around, Pitt and Clooney and all those guys, and he would not, somebody would play a joke on him, he would not find it funny. He would say he found it funny.
Yeah.
He
Just
would not.
don't put him in a scene with Aquafina. He might punch the shit out of her until she's blinded.
Dumbledore!
Listen, yeah, who would Mark Wahlberg
He should have
play
played
in Harry Potter?
Grop.
Grop would be good. Grop would be good.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
I'm
I
Gwar.
love it.
I'm Gwar.
No,
I'm a Death Eater.
Rowling has her no Americans clause.
Right. Oh, he can do an English accent, though.
Oh, I bet he's great at accents.
All right. This was interesting. We got some insight. The sisters who, when we had them on last week, mentioned about it was like a passing comment about how, remember we were talking about Harry Potter's dad and how he's so quick to defend him?
Yeah.
But yet he didn't know him. And then we get a clip in this movie of him being a real prick to a Snape.
Yeah, much longer
Which was-
scene in the book. One of my favorites. I think it's great.
Interesting stuff, and I wondered it. I actually did wonder if in the book that must have been expounded on, because it's very brief. I mean, I thought it was good, but
Oh,
What-
in the book, these books are riddled with flashbacks. No
Oh,
pun
really?
intended, Tom. Really.
Yeah, he sees a ton. He sees a ton of his parents.
Yeah, he's
Other than
constantly,
love.
he's
Yeah.
constantly just swimming around that pensieve.
Yeah, he's just like, oh yeah, I'll dunk my head in this bowl
Yeah.
because
so there's a lot of background on his dad being a jerk off, or what?
Yeah. Big time. I feel like Half-Blood Prince has a lot of that.
That was hard. Yeah, it's hard to make out though. I don't know. I don't want to like ask too many questions because I'm enjoying the series, and then I still got 2 to go. You know.
I love that you're watching this on like first go around. How'd you feel about Snape dying? Not Snape. Sirius Black dying in this movie.
Oh, I thought it was a great death. I thought it was sad.
You liked when he floated away through that door?
I didn't love it.
Well,
I hate
that could have been. I mean, the death itself, yeah, the like disappearing into the ether thing. I mean, I could have done with it. It was actually a little, for such a seemingly important character, the death was done in like a climactic way, but the death itself was so fast.
Yeah,
it was like they're in like this big fight, right? And it's a cool fight, and then there's like a quick shot of Helena Bonham Carter like just pointing her wand at him, and all of a sudden he just hit and he's gone. So I mean, I thought that was a little strange. It was kind of like I thought it would be given more gravitas.
He should have had like a one-on-one fight with her, like at the end of A New Hope. No, it's not even the end, but the Obi-Wan Vader fight.
Right,
like,
right.
As it stands, like he's just like in this enormous fight. You don't even really get a good look in on what he's doing during the fight. And then like Helena Bonham Carter comes out of nowhere. It's like a sneak attack.
Yeah, that's true.
I like it. I think that like it's like, you know, realistically that's what would probably happen is like he's so focused on like, you know, because he's taking out Malfoy's dad at that point, and that's when like Malfoy's dad is like the ball, and he's like, "Ooh, Butterfingers," and he smashes it, and
But maybe in a Harry Potter movie, I'm thinking more cinematically than realistically.
Yeah, no, I understand that it's a movie and it's but I think that it like. It's like you know, like Sirius's cockiness, or like, you know, he's supposed to be like cocky and rash and not really think about.
See, that's not conveyed through the movie.
Exactly, that doesn't play on screen.
I never thought the character was cocky and rash. Yeah, so I mean, maybe if he is supposed to be that,
because he's so in that moment that he calls Harry James, right? Like he's like reliving his youth.
I like that moment. That's good.
Yeah,
I'm glad you said that. Please explain that to me. He just called him his father's name because he was just caught up in everything?
Yeah, they're best friends all through school. And then you got to think Sirius Black spent a majority of his life in prison. And in the prison where you have the Dementors who are like making you relive your saddest moment of your life. So you got to think he's like mentally unhinged
I also
a little
think,
bit also.
Probably Sirius has been in a lot of battles like this with James Potter by his side. And so it's like sense memory.
Oh, wow. Some deep psychology going on there.
Yes.
All right. Interesting.
Order of the Phoenix is probably the most deeply psychological book. There's a lot of like, you know, a lot of people when that book came out, they were like, Harry's a little whiny little bitch in this book. And my thinking was like, Harry's in 10th grade in this book. Dudes are whiny little bitches in 10th grade. Like,
yeah,
I was exactly the same as that in 10th grade. I hated everybody.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of epic fights, though, I thought the duel with Dumbledore and Voldemort was very cool.
Holy shit, dude! When this movie first came out, when Dumbledore like throws aside his fucking cane and starts like wanding the shit out of Voldemort, I
his
thought
cane? What are you talking about?
No. I'm conflating two things because I remember when this movie came out, my immediate thought, because I thought that fight was so fucking awesome, was that this is what George Lucas was going for when Yoda fights for the first time in Attack of the Clones.
I have this I have this in my notes also, that like when I watch this scene, I always think about Yoda fighting Count Dooku, and also fighting because like Dumbledore doesn't throw that cane or anything. Yeah, this is like what the Emperor Yoda fight should have been.
Yeah,
like, good point. This is where we see these two masters of the Force, and we see like, you know, the awesome wizard duel, and they are actually going toe to toe with each other. Whereas like, what does the Emperor do? He throws one of those Senate things at Yoda, and then Yoda runs.
He throws a chair at him.
For fuck's sake, the Senate chamber.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck Star Wars.
He just filibustered the shit out of Yoda. Yeah, no, and that last sequence for me was very satisfying because definitely for a lot of the movies we watch, sometimes you get a little dueled out, and in this one, I think. I mean, I don't know if it's intentional because, as has been pointed out on prior episodes, these were coming out alongside the books and all that. But boy, did I think the pacing and the timing of that fight were perfect. Like, especially just in this movie, like it kind of just happens. I mean, like you can sort of anticipate it, but that's the cool thing about the usage of Voldemort for someone like me, where I don't really know when I'm going to see him or if I'm going to see him. And he shows up and they really do have like a kick-ass fight, and I was totally into it,
You know what the best Voldemort moment in this movie is?
I do.
Dude, when he's at the Hogwarts Express, when they see him, and he looks like fucking Slender Man wearing a suit.
Yeah.
Dude, that is fucking nuts.
I love that moment because they show it like 10 times in the thing, but I also like the moment when like Harry's possessed in the middle of the Dumbledore fight. Then like it's just like Ray Fiennes on a green screen and they're like, yeah, make silly faces. And he's like sticking out his tongue and stuff. It's like a really weird, like he's looking in the lens, like sticking out his tongue. Like, and it's like, Harry, you have love. You could beat him. And it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, Ray Fiennes is like unhinged in this role. It's pretty cool.
Nah, he's great, man.
He's great.
He was my tie with Luna, so I was having to decide that by the end of this.
Hey, I know we'll probably get the superhero count, and you'll mention he's in Lego Batman again, but I'm
not going to mention whoever was already in something.
Okay. So what's funny? Have you guys seen Lego Batman? I think you'll probably have to do the Lego franchise at some point.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
No, but I mentioned Fiennes last week, right?
You mentioned him. He plays Alfred Pennyworth.
Right.
Do you know that Voldemort is in that movie and he doesn't voice Voldemort?
That's funny.
That's really weird. Who does the voice of Voldemort?
Eddie Izzard.
That's kind of funny.
I get that.
All right.
Interesting.
Fun facts,
gang. You have anything else to say about this movie?
It was really wet when he kissed Cho.
Oh man, we didn't talk enough about that shit. You know I love that romance. I love Harry and Cho. I love all the shit in the Room of Requirement. Anytime there's like a montage of like Harry teaching them how to be better wizards.
Oh right, we didn't talk about that.
Yeah.
I thought that was very, very cool. That was a really neat idea.
Yeah, the DA.
It was nice to see Harry finally sort of like be a leader and take charge of something. That was kind of refreshing. And because for a while, and he's always, because for the first 4 movies, he's back and forth between getting nasty looks from people or people not believing his story, and so now finally it's like a turnaround.
Yeah, the 5th one has a lot of that, right? Because Voldemort comes back at the end of the 4th one, and people don't believe Harry until like finally, like late in the movie, like Seamus is like, I believe you now, Harry. Oh. Yeah, and so it's interesting. I remember at the time thinking that they were like treading water with the Voldemort storyline, having like nobody believe Harry for the vast majority of the 5th one.
Yeah.
But I in hindsight, like I like that we get to have like another straight up year at Hogwarts, and there's the Order of the Phoenix shit happening in the background. I think that works.
I also wanted to say, I was going to wait for the next movie, but I'll just say it now because it's worth mentioning. We have a new composer.
Oh, yeah.
Nicholas Hooper, and his score is really fucking good, especially in Half-Blood Prince. And I don't think he did Williams did the first 3. And there was another guy who did Goblet of Fire,
right.
but this guy, Nicholas Hooper, man, this is some cool stuff. I found it way more appropriate for what I was watching. And, it's subtler. I mean, I was just like, I didn't miss, and especially in that final fight, we would have imagined we would have gotten a lot of dun 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 dun. All that shit would have happened if John Williams would have
Duel
still
of the
been there.
Fates?
Yeah. Oh yeah, right. I forgot about that. Maybe can we do a 3-part harmony of that? Dan and I did a duet.
How it goes.
We did a duet. All right, so I start. Dun 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 dun. Well
That
done.
sucks, man. Now can we do the part from the first Harry Potter movie where it starts snowing for the first time?
I don't remember.
It's like doo 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 doo. Yeah,
Sure, all right, go ahead. You do that. Go
I'm
ahead.
done. That's all I got.
No, go ahead. I'll do it.
A scoodle-dee-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Dun 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 dun
Oh.
Did that make anyone else lightheaded?
Made our audiences press that 15 seconds ahead button.
Oh, they've moved
Yeah,
on.
they're done. They turned it off during halfway through the vasectomy.
What?
Oh, hey, by the way, in a vasectomy, there is a halfway point. There's like a noticeable halfway point where I thought, like, what if I just said quit on like one ball snip? And yeah,
It'd probably decrease your chances of 50%. That's pretty good.
I guess.
50 Shades of Grey.
I think probably like one ball just like picks up all the slack then.
Yeah. Oh, it's true. That baby's gonna
Like
say.
Tom Green.
Yeah. Tom Green, one of the best. Has he ever been in a franchise? Sure. Charlie's Angels.
Yeah, Road Trip also.
Man.
Oh, that's right. Road Trip 2 Beer Pong we can cover.
Oh, you don't count Euro Trip as a franchise?
Oh,
for the
that is not a road trip movie. It just
Okay.
has similar marketing.
I think it's the same font on the poster. I think
Yeah,
that
but
should-
it is not. It
It's
is
just- it
nothing
probably
to do with it. All right. Can we give this a grade?
Yeah. Tim, you're the guest of honor, Tim.
Do you know that, Henry, in most of the hardcore Harry Potter fans, this is the #1 Harry Potter movie.
That's
according
right.
to fans. This is my second favorite Harry Potter movie and earns 4 out of 5 stars.
Interesting.
Hey,
All right.
what?
I like Alfonso's creation as #1, just so you know.
Yeah, mine too.
Well, it's fantastic. Yeah. I am also giving this 4 stars. And it is my. I don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah, I mean,
4 stars though. I loved it. I loved it.
I was set to give this baby a 3, but I think you. I'm just gonna stick with 3.
We didn't convince him, Tim.
You about convinced me, and then I thought about Grop again, and I'm going back to 3.
Yeah, but Grop's only in like 2 scenes. I mean, like,
They're crucial.
I mean, not really. I mean, he didn't need to be in that last scene. Those centaurs could have just
Right,
like
centaurs.
taken him
Oh
for a
God,
drive.
right? There's fucking centaurs, and come on.
Yeah, but they look
They
better.
don't. They
look better.
there's no close up like in the first movie, that nightmare centaur. So
Is this the one with the spider funeral?
no, that's the next one.
Okay, we'll get there.
Spider funeral.
All right, so Tim, who's your MVP?
My favorite character in this film is Filch. I think he does a lot of the like comedy element. Him like knocking those things into the wall and like.
Yeah. Oh, that is good. I like that.
He is
Yeah.
funny. He's a character I'm still trying to figure out. I don't really get, like, does he have any sort of moral compass, or does
Yeah.
he?
I think
What
he's
else
like
do you
an
know
Igor
about him?
kind of.
Uh oh.
Yeah.
Don't
What else do
spoil
you-
anything for
no,
me.
no spoilers, but what do you know about him? I think they probably talked about it in the movie, but I'm not sure.
I mean, he just seems like, you know, Hogwarts, you know, sort of innkeeper, janitor, and, you know, kind of just does the bidding of whoever tells him to do whatever, and he doesn't seem to have any compunction whether it's right or wrong.
Yeah.
That's what I've gotten so far.
Does that do magic though, Henry?
As far as I can remember, I don't recall that he does as of yet, but I could be misremembering.
You know,
Okay,
it's
I was just
interesting.
wondering-
Tim's giving you hints about what's to come with this character, and I don't remember.
What are you talking
So
about?
I don't
well,
know.
obviously I do now, but
It's
yeah.
it's not a hint. There's no hints there. I just didn't.
Okay.
There's actually like a big storyline in the second book that they don't really address in the movie, where
Okay.
Filch is what's called a squib, Henry, and a squib is someone who's born of a wizard family but does not possess any wizard abilities.
Oh, so
So
maybe he's pissed off.
Yeah, he's pissed off at these kids who get to learn magic because he never got to learn it. But he's able to exist in the wizarding world because he's born in the family, so he can like see all the shit that Muggles can't see. He's not a Muggle, but he's not a wizard, so it's like.
So that's sort of a little bit of a private torture for him.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting. I
I'd
appreciate
go
you
and
pointing
live
that out.
in the Muggle world, man.
Yeah, they find him like in the second book. They find like a book that he's sent away for lessons on how to do basic jumps,
Oh,
whatever.
A
Jeez.
squib. That's such a fucked up thing to call him.
Yeah,
Isn't a squib a fake bullet shot in the movies?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
All right,
So
who's
she didn't come up with that either.
this actor is also great on Game of Thrones. By the way, if you
yeah, I
I
bet,
quit.
I bet
I
he's
quit
great.
a long time ago, but I don't remember. I don't remember who he was.
What does he play? A dragon?
no, he plays
Zombie?
he plays like
zombie. He plays zombie.
Nope. He plays a guy, old guy. He's an old guy who he plays Walder Frey, who is known for being married to like 12-year-old girls.
Yep,
and
yep.
like
That's what we do on that show.
and naming and he names all of his kids Walder Frey.
Not surprised.
So, yeah.
You tune into Game of Thrones for 5 minutes and a 12-year-old's getting fucked. I promise you. And the dude who's fucking her is probably her brother.
That's yep. Sounds about what you saw season 6, episode 4.
I saw season 1. That's what the whole show was. All right.
All right. So
Right.
Filch.
MVP. I'm. Luna. What's yours, Henry?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Luna too.
She's great.
She really grabbed me as much as Fiennes is incredible. I
they
feel like I'm gonna get to see him again, so
They-
I'm gonna go Luna.
They do Nargles that Nargles joke too much in this movie.
I
like,
totally agree. It's funny the first couple of times, and it loses me.
and it's like I guess the funny part is they're in a world where there's a whole bunch of crazy shit, and there's like even crazier shit that like wizards don't believe in. Like, come on, like there's like
is that right?
come on, there's invisible horses like in this world.
I love
And-
that.
And then like all the wizards like, what the fuck's a Nargle? Like, ooh, this chick's weird. Like,
Oh, are those the horses that are called? What are they? Threstles? Thresher sharks?
Something
yeah,
like
yeah.
that, right? Thessals?
Thestrals.
Oh, right.
Thestrals.
They were cool. I dug that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Good
another
effects
scene
too.
of- Yeah, they were better than the hippogriff.
Yeah, for sure.
I like it.
Yeah, you're a Buckbeak fan? You like Buckbeak?
I like Buckbeak.
Buckbeak?
Buckbeak sings.
Buckbeak.
All right. I don't have a superhero count. Not a
Really? What?
Not a one.
Hey,
Helen Bottom Carter wasn't any shit.
Nope.
that's
I
crazy.
know. Believe me, I thought that's the one I thought would definitely have a hit there, but nope.
Hey,
Nope.
Henry, did you hear about the big news about the actress playing Luna Lovegood that came out this week?
Oh no, is this going to be a terrible thing?
It's great.
What is it?
She's going to be on the new season of Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
Alongside the fella I'll be rooting for, of course, Grocery Store Joe.
Yeah, they got a lot of good stars this season.
They kind of do. Like they
no.
no, they do. Nikki Glazer is on there.
Okay.
Uh,
Name. Yeah. Who else?
Luna Lovegood. They've
We
got
already named her.
okay, Grocery Store Joe.
Keep saying the same names you've already said.
I'm looking it up right now. I there were like 5 that I was interested in. All right. Let's see. Yeah, Grocery Store Joe. Oh, hey.
Una Lovegood. Nikki
Wait, no.
Glaser.
Listen, John Schneider. How about him?
Is the actress playing Luna Lovegood on it?
Yeah, but
Oh, okay.
John Schneider from the Dukes of Hazzard.
Hey, superhero count. He was from Smallville also.
That's right. He was the
There
dad
you
from
go.
Smallville.
Extended superhero count.
Better performance than Kevin Costner in Man of Steel, by the way. And
No, I doubt it.
I'm looking at here Mary Lou Retton. How about
That's a good one.
that? Is a good one.
She's gonna play. She's gonna be Vicky Vale in the new Joker movie.
Listen, so I
Wait,
believe
Mary Retton is going to be Vicky Vale? What?
No, I believe I have named 5 good celebrities on Dancing with the Stars.
That's
this
what you.
coming
That's
season.
what you believe. Yeah.
I believe that's what I have done. All right.
You can believe
Hey, there's
what
a guy
you wanna
from
believe.
Mamma Mia. I don't recognize him though.
All right.
Yeah, he's the like Italian guy she falls in love with when she's young or something. I gotta say, I listened to your guys' Mamma Mia
Yes.
episode
Yes.
and was not prepared to find out that Meryl Streep was dead. Like that was a shock. And then 2 days later, my mom texted me because I bought her movie passes and she went and saw Mamma Mia 2 and wrote me and said, "What the fuck? Meryl Streep's dead." And I'm just like, I know, right?
Oh. Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
never seen neither of those films though. But I
Well,
listened to-
Mamma Mia is streaming on Netflix. Tim, give it a shot.
Yeah. Go for it.
Whoa. I'll watch that. Yeah.
Yeah. Henry.
Yeah.
Can we move on to the Half-Blood Prince? Hey, Half-Blood Prince, Harry Potter. He's got one. It's Snape. So David Yates is back for a second go around as director. Stephen Clovis, he's writing it. Released in the summer. This was the one that got delayed, right, Tim? Do you remember that?
Yeah, and there were people that were like sending death threts because they
Jesus.
it was delayed like half a year. So
Yeah, it was like
Why did it get delayed?
I think they just wanted to put it out in the summer again because Order of the Phoenix did well, but it had like a November release date, and they announced it was moving so late that like it was on it was on the cover of Entertainment Weekly's like fall movie preview, and then it didn't end up coming out in the fall.
Ooh, whoops.
Yeah, and so people were super pissed, bro.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Were you one of them? Did you care that much?
No, I super didn't care.
Really?
I was like, I'll go see it in the summer. It's fine. There's plenty
Oh,
of
all
shit
right.
coming out.
I
Yeah.
knew you. I knew you at that time. We were friends. I can't remember if you had the half-blood fever going on.
Half-Blood Fever.
I only cared a little bit. I only sent in like 2.5 death threats.
2.5.
It was
What
like
was in the
two
half
death-
one?
One was like a MAME threat.
Yeah, exactly. It was like,
2.5 death threats. I like that. That's
Yeah.
good.
So this one comes in a budget of... Oh, you know what the other big thing about this behind the scenes was? I forgot about...
What?
This was the one, like, Emma Watson almost didn't come back.
Oh, I read that,
Yeah.
which I didn't understand why she wouldn't.
I mean she might have just been holding out for more money or something.
Yeah.
she's a poor little kid who was forced to be in movies her whole life. She was probably like done with it. Like, yeah, like I think
Yeah.
like she had quit acting after Harry Potter for a little bit and then realized, oh yeah, real world sucks, so she went back to acting.
That always happens with actors, man. I remember after Gilmore Girls, Alexis Bledel was like, I'm fucking out. And now I see her all the time.
In like the Gilmore Girls reboot?
No, in The Handmaid's Tale, you piece of shit. She won an Emmy.
Reboot.
Yeah. All right, so
I love the nonplussed of that. Oh.
Well, they do reboots of everything. I'm excited about designing women, gang. All right.
Oh boy.
Budget.
Aren't they all dead?
Probably. I don't know.
Delta Burke must have died of diabetes mellitus.
No. That was T.W.A. Burke.
Okay.
Budget of I liked that joke. I don't care what either of you say. A budget of $250 million, box office of $934.4, and
Wow.
it came in at number 3 at the box office for that year, behind Avatar, of course, and Transformers 2: Revenge of the Fallen, and
Avatar, man, it was a game changer. Is what that was.
That's right. All movies look like that now.
Yeah.
People love Avatar.
Why did he try to get James Cameron in for these Harry Potters?
I mean, he always turns down franchises, right? He was supposed to do Spider-Man for a minute.
He would have. He would probably have been good for the Goblet of Fire. I mean, there's underwater shit there, and he loves underwater shit.
He does. He loves it down there.
A rebut of the Abyss.
Yeah. I'll tell you, Avatar, Tim. Do you watch that every year, once a year, like I do?
No. You do?
We all do, don't we? As a nation, collectively, because we can't wait for those 4 sequels. We gotta watch the first one once a year.
You got to keep your mind fresh.
Do you guys?
What?
In Avatar, the dude fucks a horse with his ponytail dick, and then he fucks a dragon with his ponytail dick.
You're thinking of Michael Clayton.
And then he fucks a bigger dragon with his ponytail dick.
Yeah, but Tim, what you don't remember is a fish fucked a lady this past year and won Best Picture at the Oscars.
It's true. And she was called Wanda.
I didn't see that one yet.
You're missing out, dude.
And I liked my joke. All right.
Was she really called Wanda? I hadn't seen that movie, so I believed it for a second.
No, it was a fish called Wanda.
Yeah, I got that. I got that joke.
Hey, can we cover Fish Called Wanda and Fierce Creatures on this podcast?
I think, aren't they the same characters?
I don't think they're the same characters.
No, they're not.
No.
Well, we better do it anyway.
Yeah, I would like
Once
to.
it's said here, it cannot be taken back. It's the unbreakable vow.
Only if the fonts are similar on the posters.
I do not put as much stock in poster font as you clearly do.
Klein.
Yeah, it's true. Klein isn't that. All right. This movie was nominated for an Oscar for Best Cinematography, Henry.
Oh, all right. I wasn't prepared for that, so keep talking for a second. And it was also nominated for some other stuff. We also had a theme song we could have done for something else.
It was not. It was only nominated for cinematography. So
I believe there was a BAFTA somewhere.
We don't talk about the BAFTAs here. It's a Harry Potter movie.
Bad.
They're bound to get BAFTA nominations.
Oh, that's very true.
Turn that down, God. Jude Law is one of our finest actors.
Don't play me off.
Oh, okay. Hashtag time's up. Couple Trump jokes, and now your nominations for Best Cinematography. Now I will say that Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince lost to a little movie called Avatar. For Best Cinematography. But here's the even crazier part. Listen to the other 3 nominations.
Uh-oh.
The Hurt Locker, Inglourious Bastards, and The White Ribbon.
3 very ugly-looking movies.
Yeah, compared to Avatar, bro.
Oh, my God.
All right.
Jesus Christ.
Tim, you got any honorable mentions for 2009?
Yeah, I do. Let's go with The Road.
Yes, that's one in mine. Honorable mentions.
It was fine.
The Cove.
The Cove, Jesus, the fucking dolphin murder movie?
Yep.
I remember that.
That's a good doc.
Yeah,
and then
featuring Fisher Stevens. All right.
Coraline.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Huh.
The Coral, too. You're very nautical on this list. All right. Henry, I'll let you do your honorable mentions this year.
Well, I ain't gonna do all of them because I had a bunch, but I'll do some of them real quick. The Girlfriend Experience.
How many times have you jerked at that movie?
42.
Okay. Oh, Jackie Robinson's number.
I wanted to break precedent. The Hurt Locker.
Yeah.
Up. Public Enemies, In the Loop, District 9, Bronson, An Education,
Man.
Adventureland. The Road, Funny People, Wild Things Are.
Wow. Well, you should have Where the Wild Things Are on your list, Henry.
It was. I had to bump some stuff. I wanted to be original for this. This is the first time I've redone this list ever for 2009.
All right, I'll throw in honorable mentions for Observe and Report, Big Fan,
Yeah.
A Serious Man, and The White Ribbon. All right,
Yes.
Tim, what is your
Yep.
number 10?
Number 10 is my second favorite film with a fox in it, Antichrist.
Is
Oh,
number
that's,
one the
that's
fantastic
Werner,
Mr.
right?
Fox? Yeah.
It's not Werner. No, it's not Werner. It's
No,
Lars
it's Lars von
Trier.
Trier, dude.
Oh, right.
Maybe if you saw Fitzcarraldo, you'd know.
Yeah,
that.
bitch. Hey, by the way, have you seen Fitzcarraldo yet?
I'm embarrassed to say it.
Has Henry seen Fitzcarraldo? 9. He has not.
Oh, still waiting
I'm
for
so-
that one.
I'm
All
sorry.
right. All right.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
Antichrist. Yeah, I want to see that though.
That's
Yeah.
a great one. What's your number 10?
Making its list debut for 2009. Number 10. Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince.
Holy
Whoa.
shit! Whoa! This is unprecedented! You're blowing my mind!
I was looking forward to that.
Oh!
Yeah. Yep.
Tim, I don't even know what to do here.
It's wow.
All right.
Wow.
All right.
There you go.
All right.
There it is
man.
for our audience to digest, and you apparently.
Yeah. All right. My number 10's Hump Day, which is, the story of Paul McCartney and John Lennon hanging out.
I was waiting for that to come up.
Yeah.
You guys used to live together. Did you guys have good, clean fun like John and Paul did?
Henry, have we ever jerked off in the same room?
Not to my recollection.
I did it with my friend Josh. I'll say that.
Ugh.
Yeah, we watched porn together under separate blankets. And
What about what about the members of Lord Awesome? Is this something you guys have in common with the Beatles?
Only on stage.
a little Lord Awesome circle jerk? The whole Lord Awesome endeavor was a bit of a circle jerk.
Well, when you can't appreciate a great rock and roll band at the time,
Henry, you know I love them.
I know I'm being facetious.
Sometimes I don't know.
I know.
All right.
Jesus. All right.
Number 9.
Yeah.
My number 9 is
Number 9,
features
speaking of Paul McCartney and John Lennon. All right, go ahead.
features my first favorite Fox of this year, the fantastic Mr. Fox.
Sure.
Fell
sure.
asleep out
What?
cold during that movie. Yeah, I saw that movie in the theater with my girlfriend and her mother, and I fell completely asleep.
It's a good movie, but frankly, I could take or leave Wes Anderson's stop motion work.
I'm not a fan, but hey, whatever. My number 9, it can easily be scoffed at. Dan might have seen this with me in a group of people. My number 9 making its list debut, Paranormal Activity.
Scoff.
Yeah.
No, I like that movie.
No, yeah, that's going. That was a
Were
good
you
one.
in the group, Dan?
No,
we saw-
I was not. You left me at home. Didn't tell me you were going. I watched.
No,
that,
we weren't.
I watched that movie alone. I remember because I got creeped out.
It was a group of us from the store. I thought you were there.
Nope, didn't invite me. Okay,
That's not true. All right.
My number 9 is Antichrist.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, Tim. What's number 8?
So with this list, I was really excited to be here this week, and I wanted to pay homage to Henry, who's in my top 2 favorite franchise hosts
That's right.
list. And so, like, taking his example from his 2018 list, my 8th favorite feature film is the season 2 of Breaking Bad.
It's a good season.
That was 2009.
Yeah.
It's a good pick.
That is probably my favorite season of Breaking
It's a
Bad.
good season.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's good as 4, but it's a good season.
No, it's better than 4. 4, we're down the rabbit hole already with Heisenberg. 2, listen, 2 will always be my favorite. If you know, I love Sweet Romance, and that is the Jesse and Jane season.
Oh, Jessica Jones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. But in actuality, District 9 is my number 8.
Oh,
Great movie.
yeah, it's a very fine film.
You guys like my bit?
Yeah, great bit. Is this an episode
It
of
was
Great
good.
Bits? All right. Oh, yeah, go ahead. Number 8.
My number 8 is a movie Dan introduced me to, and I still love it. I Love You, Man.
Slapping the bass. I'm so excited.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know,
Henry.
it has been a really long time since I've, been slept the best, man.
I
It's
think
been a
you're
very
right.
long time.
Yeah.
It's slept the best. It's been like a year, I think, of slept the best.
I'm so excited to be here for
I
slapping the
just,
bass.
That
just
is,
slept the best, Tim. That's for you, Tim. Slept the
Thank
best.
you.
that is definitely my favorite movie of all time, featuring a reference to a man cave.
Yeah. it's
Yeah, not bad. Henry has watched that movie an awful lot. Okay.
I sure have.
My number 8 is Moon.
That's a good choice.
Back when we all thought Duncan Jones was going to turn out to be a good filmmaker.
Gee, you got that right. Boy.
All right. Number 7.
Number 7 is the September issue documentary about
Ooh.
the making of Vogue magazine.
That's right.
Huh.
Now, Henry, now that heavily involves Anna Wintour, and I brought her up because she cameos in Ocean's 8, and you didn't know who it was.
That's right. You brought that. Oh, geez. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Interesting.
All right.
My number 7 is Moon.
Okay. My number 7 is Funny People.
Great movie.
Yeah. You lighten up over there?
Yeah.
All right.
Cigar?
No, it's a Kevin Costner shaped bong.
Ooh.
It's a bag of shit to put on Tim's doorstep. All right.
My number 6 is I Love You, Man.
Is it really?
Oh!
Yep.
Wow. Henry,
Tim, you're a
come
good
on,
guy.
Come
I
on.
take back everything I ever said about you on Twitter.
You two are hanging hard. Henry, you're not on Twitter. You should get on Twitter so you
That was
can
the
defend
joke.
yourself. All right.
Dan's half asleep. Jesus.
What is your number 6?
My number 6 is Star Trek.
Wow. Your list is awful mainstream this year. You got a Harry Potter movie, a Star
That's
Trek
true.
movie, a fucking I Love You, Man. All right.
It's true. I did take off quite a few indies to do that. Yeah, man. We're not done yet, so go ahead.
All right. My number 6 is you know, it's no indie. It's Adventureland.
Yes, that got bumped, but it's in my HMs.
I adore that movie.
Hey,
Yeah.
Henry,
Yes, sir.
can I ask a favor of you?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you know this, but I'm known for my singing as well, and I made a heavy hitter song. Can I play it for the heavy hitters?
Tim, I would be honored.
Okay.
All right.
Heavy hitters, it's when the puck goes near the circle. Heavy hitters, ooh, la 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 la, la 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 la. Heavy, 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 heavy hitters, heavy hitters. Ooh.
Wow.
Number 5, Zombieland.
It's all in the timing, folks. I like the birds.
Man,
That was good.
that was really
just like the
great.
early episodes of the franchise.
That's right. The early episodes of the franchise, I liked that the theme was not original. It's pretty
Hey,
good stuff.
it's a cover, like a Weird Al satire.
Right.
Yeah, that's. I'm not known for my original songs. Sorry, it's
Right.
No, he's
All
a-
right. It takes a while to get with the big boys. I get it.
Hey, whoa, no, Tim is a spoofer. That's what he does. He
That was
spoofs
good.
spiffs.
I
Yep.
figured that.
Super.
Yeah.
I figured.
Just you wait. I got a couple more.
Zombieland isn't very good. Henry, what's your number 5?
Agreed. Serious man.
Oh, Serious Man. He died in the last movie, gang. All right, my number 5 is Sin Nombre.
Ooh, the artiste.
That's right. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
What's number 4?
You're really gonna hate my number 4. Disney's The Princess and the Frog.
No, I'm kind of okay with that one.
Wow.
It's
Yeah.
the best modern Disney movie.
Now, when you say modern Disney movie, what
I
are
would
you
say-
starting with?
Yeah, you got to start with Hunchback in Notre Dame.
Okay. Then
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and give a strong recommend to a very underrated Disney cartoon called Brother Bear.
That's not. Disagree.
That's a great one.
I like the French pronunciation on the cartoon of Victor Hugo's novel. I like that. It was good.
Notre Dame.
Yeah, it was good.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I know you're welcome.
So you see Pocahontas as being the end of the classic Disney era?
The end of an era.
Okay, interesting.
All right. Mine. Where are we at? My number 4.
Sure.
Yes.
Yes. My number 4. This is for you, Tim. In honor of you. This is a trilogy of films that came out in the same year.
This is
Sort-
gonna annoy me.
Sort of like Kozlovsky's Red, White, and Blue.
Yes,
which
three separate films.
Right, but I believe either you or one of our guests one year did put it on their list.
No, it
So-
was certainly not me. I would never
Okay.
allow it.
All right, well, it's going to be allowed now. The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo
Wait, all 3?
came on the same year.
And you're putting that as one movie. Those are separate movies, Henry.
They have different titles.
That's right. But they're all the same
But
year.
what? I thought you were at least going to say, like, the Red Riding Hood trilogy, that thing. But, like,
Well, what I wrote down actually was The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
so the first one where she rapes
Yeah.
the guy with a dildo.
Right,
Yeah.
but I didn't know, to be perfectly
The
honest,
best one.
in all seriousness, I wasn't really sure because the way they were released, having come sort of back to back in
I believe
Sweden.
that's the way they were released in America, Henry.
Yeah. Well, I did some deep digging there, and it looked like they were all 2009s. But
Can you,
for
can
the
you
sake,
play the deep digging theme?
yeah, let me get that. Yeah, so we'll go with the first one then. Yeah,
All right.
or take your pick. Better's choice. Better's choice. That's for you, Tim. I wanted to piss
At least
you
it's
off
a
and confuse
movie.
you.
It's 3
Is it?
movies.
Oh, it premiered on Swedish television, though, Tim.
Oh, it did?
Did it
Oh,
really? I didn't know that.
Oh, well, now I'm even more pissed.
Now we can't cover
That
it for
was
the
the aim.
podcast.
That was the aim.
Um,
All right.
my number 4 is Dogtooth.
Was that wasn't released in the United States till 2010? Booyah.
No, it was released in 2009.
I think you're wrong.
Well, I mean, if you're not sure, I'm going to say I'm sure.
All right, I'm going to say you're wrong since it's on my 2010 list, but whatever. All right, great movie.
Okay.
Number 3.
Screeching halt to the show. Number 3, Tim.
Moon.
Moon's great. Okay.
Although problematic with Kevin Spacey now.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, you don't want his voice whispering in your ear.
In outer space, nonetheless.
Yeah.
Number 3, making its list debut, The Messenger.
The story of Joan of Arc with Mila
right.
Jovovich.
Luc Besson.
Okay. Who's in that? Woody Harrelson?
That's right, and Ben Foster. The great Ben Foster.
I guess we do have to say that now, huh?
I think so.
For a long time, I did not like Ben Foster. He's the
Yeah,
guy
I
that needed
understand
to
that.
get old and grizzled.
That absolutely true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are we on, 3?
Yep.
All right, my 3 is Fish Tank.
Great movie. Fuck.
Yeah,
Ah,
I'm nailing this list. All right, Tim, number 2.
Number 2, The Dark Knight.
Tim,
That not this year?
that
There was a
2008
re-release.
release.
Oh, what the shit? Okay, well then I'm gonna go shit.
There, baby.
I'll pull from my
pull from your HMs.
yeah, okay. The Cove.
That was number 9.
No, that was a.
Oh, that was an
my
honorable
number 9.
mention.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. The
I
Cove.
guess. I
The
mean,
Dark Knight.
none of those. I mean, The Road or The Cove. Those are both pretty unhappy films.
The Book of Eli. All right.
There you go.
Sorry, guys. I fucked up.
You did, Henry. What's your number 2?
This has not changed, and that is still Two Lovers.
That's my number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. It's James Gray's masterpiece. He really can't get it together, that guy, after Two Lovers.
Yeah. It's a
I
great
keep
movie.
trying. I keep tuning in. Hey, what's this guy up to now? Oh, another
Yeah.
boring thing? Okay.
he has a penchant for boredom, that's
Yeah.
for sure.
All right, and the number 1 movie of 2009 is Inglourious Basterds.
Inglourious
right?
Basterds.
Yeah, okay, good.
Yep.
Yep. It's 3 dudes on this podcast. We went with the Tarantino movie. All right. Half-Blood Prince. I mean, it opens with Dumbledore cock-blocking Harry, and it doesn't let up from there, according to Henry. So...
Is that what I said?
Well, you put it on your list. I'm just saying. So he's in a diner. He's
Right.
he's about to get his dick wet, and Dumbledore is like, "No, come hang out with this fucking Jim Broadbent looking motherfucker."
This is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, Dumbledore just an asshole.
I for all the shit that was talked about Gambon, I feel like I got to like him in the role. I mean, I don't know if that's just he's getting better. What do you think about that, Tim? What's your take?
I feel like watching these back to back, like, because the number 5, there's a real like lack of Dumbledore because he's avoiding Harry the whole time.
Right.
And then this one, it's like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna overcorrect. Let's hang out. Let's be bros, Harry.
Right.
Hey, do you want to listen to the Beatles and like hang out in a room together?
So you didn't buy it. You didn't like it.
And I'm like so like excited and surprised that you like this one because in the superfan Harry Potter culture, this is usually the number 1 hated Harry Potter film.
Really?
Yes.
I
That is
didn't
interesting
know
to
that.
me.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That is
the-
interesting
this is-
to me.
The sisters, those gals, they really hate. They hate this.
Really?
Yeah, this one.
See, yeah, so what I was going to say in the prior segment there was that, for me, it's, I don't know the order really, but Half-Blood Prince, Azkaban, and Phoenix are just, it's 3, I mean, I've seen 6 of them now, and I think 3
Those
are really
the heavy
great.
hitters.
3 are really great.
Oh, should I
and-
play the song again?
No. I gotta say, I'm.
Yeah, what about you, Dan, right off the bat, no?
What?
No, go ahead. I like your opinion of the movie. I
I just think it's all right.
Interesting.
I agree. I agree too. I don't hate it like the hardcore Harry Potter fans, but it's like out of all the Harry Potter movies, this is maybe 2nd or 3rd least
Last.
favorite. Yeah.
Wow.
Like it's only one movie I actively hate, and the rest
Chamber
are
of
fine.
Secrets.
Yeah, Chamber of Secrets. Yeah.
That one sucks.
Well, that's
Yeah.
the weakest one for me too, which is
Yeah.
interesting that I thought this was so great.
So
And-
I hit a sometimes when we do long franchises, I hit a wall, and
Right.
it's really no fault of the movies themselves. It's just being inundated, and I mean part of that with Harry Potter is they're so long.
Yes. Well, that never changed. Yeah, yeah.
And though Order of the Phoenix is the longest book at over 800 pages, and they managed, it's under 2 hours and 20 minutes, which is like, all right, you did something.
Right.
You know,
right.
the Bed of Roses guy, he was into breftness, and Half-Blood Prince is like, it's over 2.5 hours, and that 10, and I feel that extra 10.
And for one of the first times, I didn't. Yeah.
It's just, it's not one of my favorite books. In many ways, plot-wise, the book is a direct sequel to Chamber of Secrets.
Oh, really?
And, I mean, I'm just not that interested. And, I think there's highs and lows. I am only variably interested in the Tom Riddle flashback stuff. I don't think it has as strong a central through line as the previous couple movies, what with the Triwizard Tournament and with Dumbledore's Army and Umbridge in the fifth one. To me, it's like this movie is like an over 2.5 hour movie where Harry Potter and the gang do a bunch of stuff. Like there's really there's nothing really for me to follow, and so around like the 2 hour mark of this movie, around when like Dumbledore and Harry started like going on adventures together to look for Horcruxes, I just I fucking hit a wall, and I was like, I'd really like to do a crossword puzzle right now.
Interesting. Yeah. I just didn't feel that way. I guess it just kind of held my attention. It's definitely like, as a lot of people have been telling me, they're getting darker and darker in, tone and look and everything. And I guess I'm liking that more and more. And so, with the exception of Goblet of Fire, which I wasn't a big fan of, I feel like this is kind of just a continuance from Azkaban into Phoenix into this. And I really liked a lot of the Voldemort backstory stuff. Like, I felt I needed that, and I thought it was well done. And I think at this point...
No, you do need it. You totally need it.
I need it as a non-book reader.
Yeah, exactly.
And I feel like it's really well done. And I feel also like... even the parts of Phoenix, and I really liked Order of the Phoenix, but like even parts of that where there's a little bit still of goofiness and cheesiness, which is, I guess good for the Harry Potter type of endeavor. This movie is almost without that. It still has it, of course, with the love potions and all that shit. But
what about Jim Broadbent hiding in a chair?
That was pretty goofy. Yeah, it's pretty goofy.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I dug the whole thing, man. I was in it from the beginning, and I my interest really didn't wane, and that was kind of something that has been a real crapshoot, so far.
Can we call a spade after a spate from Azkaban all the way through to Order of the Phoenix? A great streak of introducing great new characters. Horace Slughorn is a bit of a misfire.
I didn't think so.
No,
I like Jim Broadbent, and I thought he was really good in this.
Yeah, I like the character too. I think it's fun. I know you didn't like the spider funeral, but that whole when Harry is high or drunk or whatever off the luck potion, that whole scene is fun.
I love that. Yeah.
Oh, Felix Felicis, right?
Yeah. I liked, and as cliche as it was, and it is one of the most cliched things ever in movies, literature, whatever, when Harry kind of gives Ron the liquid luck for the Quidditch tournament, but actually didn't, and it turns out, Ron just thought he had it.
Cute.
I thought that was really cool, and I guess I just, the characters are now at a point where I think for me as the viewer, they're pretty fully developed, and so it's easier for me to kind of understand their gestures to each other, and I don't need a lot of backstory. There's not everything is over the top or overacted anymore, and it's kind of just in a comfortable groove, which maybe you didn't like. you being Dan or you, Tim. I don't know.
I mean, it's
but
a little
like,
too comfortable, and I'm not gonna be
Yeah,
like a
maybe.
total dissenter because there's shit I fucking love in this movie. I really like what they do with Draco and the whole
Yeah,
Malfoy
finally.
situation.
For me, it was like finally something
Yeah.
with this fucking kid, and it's like, you know, because I said last week, like this kid is like nothing. He's nothing to worry about, and then you know, for me, finally, okay, he has some sort of purpose, no matter what.
That
you know,
scene
and
on the Hogwarts Express is hardcore.
that's good stuff, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I dug that.
And,
Yeah.
and he's-
Luna's
and-
still great too.
And Tom Felton, he's like not even in the fifth movie. That's the crazy part. Is like he comes back big time in this one.
Oh, I don't even remember that he's not really in it.
He's
Yeah.
like he's nothing. He's like part of the squad, the Umbridge team.
Through a lot
Right,
of the,
right.
through a lot of the franchise, you don't really need Draco. You just sort of he's important later on in the series, so like you kind of just need him milling about. Like you have to keep reminding people that dude's still around.
And I think another thing, a major thing for me was, and please don't spoil it, but I finally also there's a little bit of, I don't know, closure is not really the right word, but some explanation about Snape and his personality, even though for me it's still open-ended.
It's
as to
totally
what this-
open-ended.
Yeah,
but
right,
you
but
definitely get a better idea of him. And,
Right,
and
so
I
he's not just-
fucking love... Alan Rickman is the MVP of Half-Blood Prince. I have not given Alan Rickman an MVP yet in this series, which is crazy because Snape is the best part of Harry Potter. But
Right.
I think he is so fucking dynamite in those scenes. And I mean, he flat out assassinates Dumbledore in this movie. Like I remember
Right.
reading that as a reader and thinking that was insane. And it's a
Yeah.
really loaded scene, and it's done
Yes.
really, really well.
And
Yeah.
what's fantastic about it too, Henry, as a reader, is like at this point in book 6, you have like Snape is suspected of being the bad guy in every single movie, and then
Right.
so now we're in the 6th book, and it's like he's not going to be the bad guy because he's never the bad guy. And
Once
then-
we see
and then-
Snape in the Order of the Phoenix, I remember like in the 5th book thinking like he's off the table at this point. Like
Right.
But in the there's still, but even in the end of the 5th book, there's still like, oh, it could be Snape. Why isn't he helping us? You know, type of thing. Like the whole Occlumency shit he's doing to Harry, where he's like trying to read his mind.
Right.
which
they're
I
like,
wish
oh, he's
there was
still
more
bad.
of in the movie. I love that shit.
That was a great scene. Yeah.
Yeah, Rickman's great in that. But Henry, what does it mean that he's the Half-Blood Prince? What does that mean?
Wasn't explained.
I love you and the sisters quizzing Henry on how
Yeah.
shit was explained.
Yeah, it was going to be a question I was afraid to ask because I didn't want to, if it's going to be, you know, a spoiler for the following movies, right? I mean,
we won't tell you.
So I figured that it had obviously some massive meaning, and I would have probably taken points off the movie for leaving it so open-ended, but I figure it's going to be answered. But nonetheless, it was still a cool revelation with no explanation. And I love that book with all the. I love that. For instance, a little touch I liked. Maybe in the book it's expanded upon, but I like just the little no dialogue scene where Ron and Harry show up to the class and they don't have the textbook and they both eye the old one and the new one and they
I
both
liked that
dive
too.
for the new one, and then Harry gets the shit one, but it turns out to have all these, you know, annotations, and I thought that was very cool. You know.
Did you guys know that Rupert Grint got bird flu during the filming of this movie?
From a hippogriff, or
I don't know if it was from. I think it was from that dead bird in the cabinet.
oh yes,
The final scene, it's very evident that Rupert Grint was not there. Ron was not there to film
Really?
that final scene. Well, if you remember the final scene, it's like Harry and Hermione standing on a ledge talking about the future of what how they're not going to come back to Hogwarts.
It's the fucking Empire Strikes Back. No, not the Which one ends with them looking out the window?
Yeah.
That one?
Yeah, it's Empire.
yeah.
It's Empire. But then they cut and it's like, oh yeah, and Ron's here too, sitting in the background, and you never see them together. They do this like weird composite shot at the end where the three of them are together. But he got bird flu, and they had to shoot around him.
Interesting. Okay.
I guess.
Yeah.
Great trivia there, Tim. Trivia Meister, Tim Allen.
It was a compliment, Tim.
Yep.
Yes.
No, I am known for my movie trivia. That's a real Weird Sisters joke.
Okay.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah.
Now, by the way, Nuvi, do you ever do that?
No.
You ever
what's
go
that?
to the movies and like they're like, "Hey, it's Nuvi. You can download this app and play this game."
No.
Yeah, I always wondered. I don't think I've ever seen anyone do it, and I see it every time I go to the movies. All right, gang, that was an aside. All right, please tweet at me if you've ever Nuvied. Henry, what else did you love about this movie?
I'm looking at the plot summary.
Did you like all those zombies?
The zombies?
Yeah, they came out of the water when like.
I actually did think that was cool.
He was feeding Dumbledore the soup.
Yeah, see, I thought that whole scene was cool because I thought it was so fucked up. Because it was so fucked up because, Dumbledore is telling him, tells him quite a few times, maybe too many times, in the movie, no matter what I say, do you have to do what I tell, that kind of thing. And then,
no, take off your pants.
And so, he's giving him this drink, and then I mean that kind of came out of nowhere for me, like
they
the
look
lake.
like Morlocks.
Okay, and I dug that again. It was just kind of like, I mean, I think it might have even been that scene, Tim, where I was kind of like, man, we are so far from a Sorcerer's Stone type of thing going on here, and I guess. I just dug that. And even in Harry Potter, I said it before once, but I'll say it again. It does these, it brings out these old tropes, with these mythical creatures that Rowling hasn't invented, but zombies and phantoms and ghosts and all that shit. And it does seem to be original. I don't know why, but it just seems to work.
Of course, they're fantasy tropes. Everyone uses them. Like
yes,
but
they can
that's
be
the
poorly
mark
done.
No, but that's the mark of a good writer. To me, I thought Joss Whedon did that with a lot of this shit. Like when Buffy was first coming out, he made things like werewolves and ghosts new. Where and I that was the same sensation. I mean, I got into Harry Potter in high school, which was like the height of my Buffy mania, and I think it scratched a similar kind of itch for me.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, like a movie like Lord of the Rings, where it does a lot of that stuff, does not interest me, or didn't interest me whatsoever. And I mean, they're doing a lot of the similar, Tolkien's doing a lot of the same shit, but it just doesn't translate as fresh to me, like this one.
You know what Lord of the Rings could have used?
What's that?
Some fresh-faced 12-year-olds fucking baby!
So in the
why are you guys doing this to me today?
This thing, the other thing I didn't understand, which I assume is
Game of Thrones. We were talking about it earlier.
No, I got it. Yeah, I think I did. I was also looking at a plot point. I'm sorry.
I didn't like it.
Tim is an honest fellow. I'll tell you.
Did Harry have sex with Ginny? Like in that scene where like he closes her eyes and then like, is that like implied fellatio? Like what's going on in that?
Well, I talked about this. There's plenty of implied fellatio in the Half-Blood Prince books. I walked out of that book thinking Harry.
Book?
Well, yeah, I put it down. Harry 100% bones Ginny. And describes it to Ron, and then Ron is getting BJ's from Lavender Brown. Are you kidding me? Lavender Brown's knees are calloused.
Yeah. LVP for sure is Lavender.
Mine too.
I, by the way,
Mine
love
too.
Lavender Brown. Wait, are you guys not joking?
No,
I'm not joking. She's
terrible.
my LVP.
She's horrible.
I think you're crazy.
I don't think it's a good actress, and for the
Too
movie,
over
I
the
didn't-
top.
I
Yeah,
think it's great.
exactly,
I think
exactly.
it's great. I think you need it because you guys are talking about how there's no Sorcerer's Stone in this movie, and like I could use a couple jokes about booger flavored jelly beans, and that's what Lavender Brown has given me in this movie.
Yeah, I just thought she was. I didn't think the actress was that great either. I mean,
No.
I thought
Yeah.
she was good. I looked her up to see if she's ever been in anything else.
and
I think she had, but I can't remember now.
Hey,
Dancing
did
with the Stars.
No,
Did you guys-
no.
Did you look up the actor who played Marcus Belby to see if he was in anything else after this movie?
Who's that?
He's the guy at the Slug Club dinner, and he's the one that like is eating
Who's being a
all the
little
dessert.
bitch? Okay.
Yeah, who like, oh, I don't talk to my uncle. The only good tonic's one you can drink, or whatever he says. You know that guy? He's just like going to town on the
All right,
dessert.
what's he
I
done?
remember. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, he wasn't in anything else because a few days after filming was wrapped, he was tragically stabbed to death.
Holy shit! By whom? The kid who plays Crab?
Yeah, that's why that guy's in prison.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow,
Wow.
that is something.
That
That is good trivia, Tim. I gotta
that
give you
is
that one.
really good,
go.
man. Holy shit!
Oh my god!
I will never look at that scene the same.
How many
Wow.
more times are you gonna watch this movie in your life?
Probably never, but if I
What are you
do,
talking about? It's your number 10 movie of the year.
no. The thing about these movies, I feel like I've found the ones I like, and so if I'm in the mood, like you said, Dan, last week, if you're just in the mood for a Harry Potter movie, you'd throw on Azkaban. You wouldn't, like pick.
Right.
So this is like in that picking. So
I think Order of the Phoenix too. I think I could
Yeah,
top on
yeah.
that one.
Right. There's going to be a fun ranking when we get to the end of this.
I
next
haven't
week.
really thought about it that much. Like most
Yeah.
of these, I've given 3s.
Right.
Yeah. That's what I'm about to give Half Blood Prince.
Oh.
Me too.
Oh. All right. We're coming to that part.
Can I ask you a question? Are you giving this a 5?
I am.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Such a Henry move.
And that's why I'm here, folks.
Oh my
You
god!
know, the thing is also, I don't remember, but I don't think I gave Azkaban 5. And
No, I think
didn't
we
give
both gave it a 4.
4.
Yeah,
and
I'd give it a 4 also.
Yeah, and I gave Phoenix a 4. And I guess I felt like this movie, for me, was kind of a culmination of the best of everything in those movies. And I really just think it was really, really damn good. And sometimes, I've been rather conservative lately, if anyone's picked up on that, with my 5 stars. Tim, you listen to every show, right?
Plus, you've been
Not
really
everyone, but I've
supportive
Not
of
every-
Kavanaugh
not everyone.
for the Supreme
There's a
Court.
couple I haven't listened to.
I'm really supportive of what?
Kavanaugh for the Supreme Court.
Obviously.
Yeah,
One of the
you've
great-
been very
one of the
conservative
greats.
lately.
One of the greats.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So why the fuck not? I'm throwing it out. I'm throwing it a
That's
5.
good. I like that.
I'm throwing it a 5. I'm enthusiastic about it. I liked it.
I am
it's
happy
awesome.
you're enthusiastic about a Harry Potter movie. And this is what I was saying to the Real Weird Sisters last week, man. Like, I kind of envy you a little bit watching, like, experiencing the series for the first time in
yeah.
the movies, like I
Right.
did with Hunger Games. And I think that's cool. I love that you loved this movie.
Well, I mean, to me, it was one of the most, for me personally, I was thinking about this earlier, one of the most unpredictable things that we were going to cover, because I really wasn't particularly looking forward to it. And I still wasn't really that much into it after the first 2, but then it has grabbed me, So I mean, I can say this is one of those few very lengthy franchises we've tackled where I've become definitely totally into it, which is not refreshing. It's nice,
I love
So.
it. All right, well, who's your MVP?
Same as yours, Rickman.
Yeah. Okay. Tim?
I'm giving it to Tom Felton, Draco Malfoy.
Interesting.
He's great. He's great.
This is, yeah.
I love,
He's
you
good.
know, and he bookends the movie really nicely. I really love the scene early on where he's talking to what is it, his mom?
Yep.
And then at the end, trying to muster up the courage to kill Dumbledore.
Yeah, that was really good. That was a hell of a scene.
And his whole
That scene
attitude
really-
throughout the
yeah.
movie of just like having this secret and like knowing it's coming, and then when the time comes, like this thing he's been bragging about and hinting at to his friends the whole year, he's not able to do it. Hey, what happened with that girl in Slytherin? She's like hot all of a sudden. She's the same character as in the early movies. She looked like a demon in those movies.
Pansy Parkinson's.
Yeah.
I think. Parkinson's.
But what's going on? Did they like recast her with like a hot girl?
Yeah, maybe.
It's very odd.
Puberty, man.
I had a tough time figuring out. I mean, you guys can tell me this. You know, it says what year 6.
Mm-hmm.
So didn't he starts when he's 11, right?
It's a 7-year system.
Mm-hmm.
So they're all what 18 in the movie they're supposed to be.
In Half-Blood Prince, they're supposed to be 16.
They're like juniors juniors
All
in high
right,
school.
'cause I was a little strange because they're all drinking and shit, and I was just like, this is very bizarre.
That's Europe, baby.
Yo, when I
That's a
was
good
was
point.
16, I was already drinking and smoking and shit.
It seems like they're legally
Getting
in a pub.
BJs from chicks named Lavender. Oh, dude, that is a pub, but they're drinking butter beers, my friend. That is
I'm
non-alcoholic
sorry, I don't.
Yeah,
beer.
no, but-
Oh, didn't know that.
Yeah, but they have that poison mead. Like they were about to drink some of that, poison mead, and also
Right,
offer them
right.
fire whiskey and shit. So
Yeah, that's
they can drink. They're old enough. It's Europe.
Yeah, sure. Oh, one more thing about this I did like. That
Okay.
was a major thing that I hadn't seen happen in any real meaningful way. Was it that the confluence of the Muggle world with the Wizarding world,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought that was really cool
with like
because
the
I was
terrorist attacks at the beginning.
Yeah,
yeah,
yes.
that was great.
because I was beginning to wonder if we were just going to be confined to Harry's fucking uncle and aunt, and if so, I like that this spills over and has real world consequences. That raises the stakes, and it's well done. Like it's just very smooth, and I was just kind of like, oh, this is cool. So like Voldemort is actually a threat to like humanity and not just wizards.
Right.
I mean, I guess that was made clear earlier, but it's really made clear in this movie. So I like it.
Yeah. All right.
That's all I got.
I love it. What's your what do we go?
Well, Tim said he had other theme songs. Am I right?
Lavender Brown's my LVP. Is that what you're
That's
asking?
ridiculous.
She's mine too.
I am offended. I mean,
I'm sorry, dude.
my LVP is Horace Slughorn.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's nuts.
Wow. All right.
Character never really works for me. It didn't work much on the page. A little better on
Oh.
the page, but I like Jim Broadbent fine.
Right.
Pop him in a Mike Lee movie. I'm happy, but I could live without him in this.
All right. Well, I do have a superhero count.
Okay.
There's only one person.
Can I
And
hear the
Dan.
theme?
Well, did Tim have a theme?
I don't have a theme for that
Oh,
one. No.
I thought you said you had more, so I didn't.
I do. I got the fuck's sake theme.
Oh, okay, that's good. All right, so here we'll go. We'll go for the full-on superhero theme.
A callback to Tim's possible first appearance on the show. Yeah.
Had somebody sent me a message prior than the 5 minutes before the show was aired, I would have gladly shown up for that
I
one.
was too busy being drunk. Okay.
Well, that plays in again to the superhero count. Jim Broadbent.
Jackie Chan in Legend of the Drunken Master. Okay, go ahead. What was he in?
Jim Broadbent was a character named Jean-Pierre Dubois in a little movie called Superman 4: The Quest for Peace.
Who knew? Jeez.
Yeah, he's one of Lex Luthor's cronies in that. Yeah.
Okay. He didn't play the Nuclear Man?
Worse than the Justice League.
No, it's not. Okay. Oh, what do we got? Hey, let's hear that For Fuck's Sake theme.
Okay, you guys ready for this?
I'm ready.
Ooh, Daniel probably said something racist. Uh-oh, and they left it in the show. For fuck's sake, write an iTunes review anyway. But please don't mention that. But please don't mention that. But please don't mention that. But please don't mention that.
Wow.
Nice. Wow.
I just love that we're continuing that stereotype of me.
I mean,
No.
Okay.
No.
what?
Hey, listen.
One of my favorite.
I'm a long-time listener, and if you guys do read your iTunes reviews, I mean, there's a couple issues. I just don't want people to write that.
No, nor do I, frankly. So, listen.
Well, one of them last week said not really. Remember, if you recall that.
That's right. Yeah. Hey, for fuck's sake, leave us a 5-star rating and review on iTunes. We got some ratings this week, and I'm happy with that. You don't even have to write anything, you dumb pieces of shit. Just, I don't care if you can't form a fucking sentence to save your life. Just put in the 5 stars.
Never thought about that one, Dan. Maybe it's that people are just not confident in their ability as writers.
It's possible. All right, listen. It's gonna be short. Twitter. You know, you follow me on Twitter at Low Stakes Daniel on the show at Pod Franchise.
This is the Shut Up Tim Memorial section, right?
This is. I'm not gonna read any of your shit this week. All right, Logan B. Adair, a guy Tim got into the show.
Sorry.
Yeah. Says, you'll get to everything at some point, but this is my heavy hitter list of franchises that you have yet to cover that I think will be fun. You ready for this, Henry?
Yeah.
Spider-Man. Scary Movie. Oh, we should definitely do that. The Mummy. Toy Story. Child's Play.
Oh, yeah.
Final Destination. I'd love that.
Oh, yeah.
Stuart Little.
Okay.
Gremlins.
Yes. A lot of horror comedy type stuff.
Yeah,
I like it.
yeah. Jump Street.
Oh.
And Twilight, which I would love to do.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah. And he says maybe the Cornetto trilogy, but I don't think it's really a franchise. What do you say, Tim? No.
Nope. Fonzie.
I don't know what that is.
That's the Edgar Wright movies, the Shaun of the Dead, Hot
Oh,
Fuzz, and The World's End. Okay, Stephanie Weisenant says The Chamber of Secrets is by far my least favorite Harry Potter movie, but the GameCube game is legit. I shamelessly play it every so often in my mid-20s. All right?
All right.
She says you get to play as Harry, but the
What if they didn't let you play?
well,
as Harry?
I asked if you get to play as anyone but Harry, and she says the Prisoner of Azkaban lets you play as Harry, Ron, or Hermione, and occasionally Hedwig. All right.
Wow.
All right. What?
What?
Hedwig is what? Oh, so. Olivia Smith says that she loved the Real Weird Sister, and that I mean, I'm skipping some shit. Everyone loved the Real Weird Sisters.
Of course.
All right.
What's not to love?
They were a hit. My friend Gallagher was way into them. Said they're hilarious. So Olivia Smith says she liked my comparing Harry's transportation skills to Post Malone. All right, and she was literally laughing through the whole episode. How about that?
That seems problematic. If like you're laughing the whole time, like even at the opening song or whatever.
Well,
like,
it's a byproduct of
you need to
being
calm down.
Well, but it's a byproduct of being as funny as Dan and I are, Tim. I think
That's
you
right.
understand that. Right?
Yeah.
Obviously.
Although maybe not, I wasn't so great on this episode. I don't know. I feel like you're like sapping me of my powers.
Is that Tim's
That's a
power?
special
That's your
ability of
power?
mine.
Did
Yeah,
you
that's
put
my.
a spell, Tim? Is that what you?
Yeah, oh yeah, I did. No funniest Maxima.
Madison wants us to cover Grease, and also she just listened to the National Treasure episode, so I got Martha to post that Nicolas Cage picture that she loves again. And, that's enough for this week. So follow us on Twitter. Email us at thefranchisepod@gmail.com. You can email Henry at henryfranchise@outlook.com.
Yes, and I do want to mention real quick, I got a really, really long and wonderful email from Aussie Scott. We don't have time to read it this week, but next week I definitely want to read it in its entirety because
I
it was
love
very,
it. Okay.
very thoughtful and it was great.
We'll
so
save that
Aussie
for
Scott
next
will get
week.
you next week. Yep.
Yeah.
Henry, you should join Twitter.
Nobody suggested that to me yet, Tim, but thank you
Like,
for that. I'll think
I
about
think Dances with Henry is available.
it. Is it?
Oh
It's
my
not taken?
God, as a Twitter handle? That's so good.
That's not taken?
I don't think so. You want me to look right
Not
now?
taken.
Right,
I just
not
looked.
You
Not
just
taken.
looked.
Not taken.
Be
Not
that.
Mm-hmm.
Or just like I have my own Twitter account. Henry, you be franchise. Pod franchise.
Why does everybody feel I should be on Twitter?
Because you'd be good at it, and so you can interact with more of our listeners.
I would feel less bad just like making jokes at your expense too, knowing that you're only going to hear it when Daniel reads it to you. Like it would be more fun if you could interact and realize, like, oh, he's being funny.
Yeah,
Right.
and give him shit back.
Yeah.
Well,
Instead of like Daniel flipping out on me and like telling me I'm an asshole.
Hey.
well, I mean, you can't help that you're an asshole, Tim.
Well,
That's not
I'm
going
born
to
this
change.
way. Yeah, I know, I know.
mean, you're like Lady Gaga.
Yeah, you're on the right track, baby.
Hey, you know what, man?
Hey,
I wanna
Stranger
say-
things have happened. Stranger things have happened, so you never know.
All right. I want to say that I saw 3 different movies in theaters today and saw 3 different Star is Born trailers.
Really?
Yeah, they're pushing the shit out of that, baby.
It's a
No
fine film.
thanks.
Fine film.
Guys, Tim, what do you have to promote?
Oh, yeah. Well, as always, if you want to hear more from me, just re-listen to this episode.